Right, guys. Okay, my apologies for the 2-minute delay there. I was just kind of finishing off eating a little bit and had to go to the bathroom before we started, of course, as well. So, yeah, let's get started then, guys. So, for this one, this is basically a kind of beer hall unboxing type video. This one, as I explained to you on the channel, I was away in Estonia from the 31st of August until the 10th yesterday. And I also ended up staying with my friend in Copenhagen and I did my usual. We went to Warpigs and we went to Kihoskh as well. So I managed to pick up quite a few beers actually. And then it just so happens that when I came back across the border today, my Systembolaget box was also here. So we've got 3 different sets of beer. So you've got the moment. The thing that's nearest me at the moment is the Systembolaget box. So let's just get that out in a second. I'm going to check, keep out the doing, and hopefully my internet is behaving itself today. Let me just open the stream up. Let's see here. So yeah, guys, please do keep me informed in the comments section as to how just please keep me up to date on how the internet connection is behaving, because I see that the picture quality is being a little bit odd at the moment. Yeah, this is a bit annoying actually. This is very, very annoying. I don't know why it's doing this. For some reason the picture quality goes a little bit bad sometimes, and it's doing it again at the moment. Really not sure why. But yeah, as I said to you, been away in various different things. I can see the picture quality is clearing up a bit now, so that's fine. So yeah, guys, let's kick off with our little kind of unboxing thing here. So first off, we will do the Systembolaget box. So yeah, I ended up with 24 beers this time, and I think I paid 1,029 kroner. So 1,029 kroner. So yeah, big massive receipt once again. So yeah, we've got some really nice beers to have a look at in this one. So I'm really curious to see. How some of these are, because I think we are in for a bit of a treat this month, come to think of it. So yeah, the drill is we'll go through. I think we'll do Swedish beers, we'll do my Kihoskh haul, and then we'll do my Estonian beers. I haven't actually opened up my case yet, so there might be some casualties. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that there hasn't been, because I think I wrapped them up pretty damn well. I've only ever lost 1 bottle, I think it was, out of about 200 or so. So it should hopefully be okay. So yeah, let's get cracking on these Systembolaget beers, and then we'll get some of the other beer tubers in a little bit later on. So yeah, let's see. Let's go. So yeah, first off, we have Pang Pang. So yeah, this one is the Hookies IPA. We've got another IPA from these guys in Stockholm. I've had some interesting beers from these guys so far. This is going to be another one that the camera hates because of the reflection. It's just going to be the can. I wish they wouldn't do such shiny cans sometimes. Maybe I'll have to let it sweat a little bit when it comes out of the fridge. But yeah, the Hookies IPA, this one comes in at 7% ABV. They've got a little black sticker over it actually. So when I actually do the review, I'll need to pull that off and see what's underneath. So yeah, got a few comments so far. So we've got Waldo, greetings from the Netherlands, looking forward to your Poyala visit. Yeah, the interview is actually already up. If you check out the videos, it's already published, that one. You can go and have a look at it. Craig is asking me if I fancy a bum. I always do with you, Craig, because the afro is just magnificent. I love it. I love it. And then we've got Adam at Mersey Beers cleaning his barbecue. Sounds fun. It sounds fun. But yes, yeah, the next one that we have then, The next one we have a Stigbergets beer, the Mistler. So this one, what is this? This one is an IPA, 7.5% ABV. This one's a little bit stronger than the stuff that comes out of Stigbergets normally. I think there was a slightly stronger IPA last month as well. So yeah, this one is this one I think was released on Glassbanken and Kihoskh. I think it was released maybe about 2-3 weeks ago. So yeah, this is being released through Systembolaget now. So yeah, this one should be pretty nice as well. Yes, let's see what our next one is. Yes, we've got another one of the 50/50. So this time we have Citra Chinook. Wait a sec. I actually think, did they change this? I've got a feeling that it was the original one that was advertised wasn't Citra and Chinook. They've maybe changed what one it was, actually. I'll need to check that. That's interesting. I will need to check. I'll check that actually afterwards on the. Well, I've got the paperwork here. Let me just see. I thought this was listed as something else. Where is it? I was sure. Oh no, it is. It is okay, but we do have another OO beer. Maybe I was mixing it up. Maybe I was mixing it up with that actually. But yeah, yeah. So yeah, Citra and Chinook. This one, this one should come across as quite a kind of classic mix actually. So yeah, Citra and Chinook should be a little bit old school, but I love these 50/50 beers that OO do. These are always really good for kind of training your palate on certain hops and things like that. So yeah, pick up these if you get the chance. You're guaranteed a very solid IPA, and it's always interesting just to see how the different hops behave with each other and things. So yeah. Okay, next up we have one from Brewski, and yes, I think this should be really interesting. So yeah, this one is another member of the pie series. This is the dragon fruit pie. Not sure what this is going to be like actually. I don't know if I've ever tried dragon fruit before. But yeah, no, I'm just very, very curious to see what how this one turns out actually. So yeah. But yeah, the pie series before, I've had some really, really nice ones out of that. So knowing Brewski, I think this will be a nice one. This is a Berliner Weisse, by the way. Pardon me, coming in at 4% ABV. Next up, we have one from Sudra Maltefabriken. I've not had a beer from these guys in ages. But yeah, this one was the Snake City double IPA. And I just thought, you know, this sounds as if it will be very, very interesting. Again, as I say, these guys, I just haven't had anything from them in ages. But yeah, these guys are from the Stockholm area. So it'll be nice to revisit them again. We need to see how that one turns out. Come on, go back in. There you go. And we have another IPA from the wonderful Dugas Brewery. These guys are one of my favorite Swedish breweries, and I'm glad to see that they're releasing a few more IPAs and things. I think the first one they released, the 15 double IPA that they released, that was their first IPA that they'd put through Systembolaget in, must have been at least 6 months actually. So it's really nice to see that they're putting out a few more things. But this one is the Bubble Gummy, part of the Crush series, and again it comes in at 8% ABV. So yeah, this one should be pretty damn good. I remember a while back actually these guys were doing they were adding a little bit of rice into the malt base, and it gave the beer like a really nice slightly oily effect in the malt base, and I really like that actually. I'm quite a fan of rice in the malt, just a little touch of rice in the malt base. So yeah, this one I'm very curious about as well. So Fjäderholmarnas Brewery. This one is called Everybody's Doing It. New England IPA, 5.6%. So yeah, quite low in alcohol. But yeah, Fjäderholmarnas Brewery, these guys are on a little set of islands out to the east of Stockholm, if I remember rightly. And I've had some really nice beers from these guys. The last one that I reviewed was the lager beer, of course. So yeah, that one, that was really nice actually. I really enjoyed that. So curious to see what they've done with the New England IPA, because I've had a couple of West Coast IPAs from them. The Dubbel Larsson, can't remember what the other ones were now, but I always keep an eye out for what this brewery are releasing. So yeah, the next one. Aha, right. We have the 100 Idaho 7 IPA. So this is another one. This is from the 100 series from the 100 series from OO Brewing. These guys, yeah, 6.5% ABV once again. You don't see, there hasn't been a 100 series release for quite a while actually, and I think the first one might have been in January, the 100 Citra. So yeah, this is really cool. Idaho 7, it's a hop that I know kind of well, really well known for its kind of soft tropical fruits, but it will be nice to see how this one, it will be nice to see how this one turns out actually. So yeah, the Idaho 7 100 IPA. Yep, 6.5%. Awesome. Love these beers from OO Brewing, actually. So, yeah, I see we're getting a few more comments there. So we have we have Valdo again. Didn't see that one. Yeah, I think that came out. That comment came in very early on. We've got Stuttering Buddha greetings from Canada. Hello, hello. Nice to see you again. Craig's lost his afro. Then the world is just sad. This is maybe why there's the same. You know, we had a bit of a joke on the BeerTubers group chat thing that it's actually it's Remy got rid of his beard and then Corona came. So I think if Craig's got rid of his afro, maybe he's responsible for the second wave. Who knows? But yeah, okay. And we have Connor as well. I think this is the first time he's been watching one of the live streams. So yeah, cool. It's yeah, cool to get someone from South Africa watching. I think that's the first time on the live streams we've had someone from South Africa. There's a local brewery called Anvil Ale here, some lovely beers. Ah, right, okay. I haven't heard of Anvil, but I think I've had a number of beers from Devil's Peak Brewery. And there is another one that we used to get up here. But yeah, South African beers, we don't see too many of them. But I know there's a lot of hops and things down there. I've never been to Africa at all. It would be interesting to go and visit it. But if I don't know if there are some web shops from South Africa that send the beers to Europe. I think that's probably quite unlikely because of the cost and things like that. But yeah, no, maybe there are. Maybe there are some that do that. But that would be really, really cool, actually, to see some more of these, to get some more South African beers. So yeah, no, Connor, that might be interesting. I don't know how you would feel about it, but if you would be keen, what we maybe could do, if you message me through the Instagram, we could have a chat. What I have, I've got a couple of beer mules who basically organize beer boxes for me. I send them money and then they mail me the beers. So if you wouldn't mind doing it, Connor, it'd be quite cool if you could look into the sort of shipping price for beers up to Europe. Maybe we can chat about that. It'd be awesome. I'd love to have more South African beers on the channel. So yeah, Connor, if you would be keen to give me a little bit of your time, then that could be an interesting thing to talk about, because the beers I've had from South Africa, from Devil's Peak and things, have been pretty nice. So it would be cool to have access to those. So let me know. Do let me know if you are happy to help me sort something out in that place. So yeah, this one. Oh, this is a bit strange, actually. I don't know why this is in my. Why is this in here? For some reason, this is turned up in my. This is turned up in my case. I really have no idea. That's really weird, actually. See, I'll need to go through this later, because if there's a Prips blow in here, they must have lost something else. I thought I'd gone through this, actually. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, I will need to look at this actually and check. Yeah, that's weird, right? I'll need to mark that out and see which one is missing. That's a good point. So yeah, I need to go through this box a bit later. I don't know why the hell would they give me a Prips Blow export, but I suppose we can do a review of that. Prips Blow export. Yeah, so we have, next one then, we have Duck Pond Brewing, Topolino. Yeah, this one is a Berliner Weisse with raspberry, guava, and passion fruit in it, lactose and vanilla. This should be quite interesting. You know, Duck Pond have been doing some really, really nice beers recently. So yeah, this one I think should be This should be a really interesting one. I really like this brewery. So yeah, if you're interested in sour beers, Duck Pond, I've had some really nice gozes and things from them. So these guys from Gothenburg, definitely worth checking out, actually. So yeah, this one could be pretty cool. So yes, the next one that we have is the Raspberry Pi. So yeah, this one, yeah, the Raspberry Pi, 4%. Another one of the Pi series from Brewski Microbrewery up in Gothenburg. And it says this is a Berliner Weisse with raspberries, strawberries, lemon, and vanilla. What did the dragon fruit one say? I think it said it might. So a little bit of yeah, this one is with dragon fruit, passion fruit, strawberries, and vanilla. So yeah, we've got these two from the Pi series. I really like these Berliner Weisses from Brewski. As I said, they always have some really interesting stuff. So yeah, this one should be pretty cool. Yes, and this time we have this is another brewery that I hadn't heard of. These guys are Bra from Copenhagen. So yeah, I don't know anything about this brewery yet. And I think I just got this because it was another Danish brewery. I've always been impressed with the Danish beers. So yeah, Friendship Juice from Bra in Copenhagen. I need to do a bit of research on these guys and see what they're like. But yeah, New England IPA at 6.5% ABV. So yeah, let's go on to the second half of the box then. Next one we have here. This is one of the Labs beers from Hylia Brewery. So this one that we have today is called the Cartwright Double IPA. And this one I don't think this one isn't a collaboration with anyone. It's just a kind of limited edition beer, this, but it's a double. It says that it's a double IPA inspired by their Hulipan, which is their classic kind of West Coast type IPA. So I'm really curious to see how that turns out. Hulipan for me is an awesome beer. Actually, it's a very kind of classic one. But yeah, Hylia Brewery, these guys are definitely worth checking out. So yeah, let's have a little look at the next one then. The next one again is another. This is another beer from Hylia Brewery. So this one is called the. They're calling this one the Helicat Cascadian Dark. So yeah, this is basically a black IPA. So and it's with Lazy Kitty Brewing. I'm not sure where these guys are from. Let's just have a little quick Google that. Lazy Kitty Brewery. See, what have we got here? So these guys are from Sweden. And it's a nano brewery. Could these guys be one of the -1, the -1 people? Are they based in Malmo? Let's have a quick look at their Facebook. What does it say? What does it say? It looks like the picture. Yeah, it looks like the picture. The yeah, the picture that they have from the picture that they have on their Facebook page looks as if it's the Bishop's Arms in Gustav Adolfs Torg in Malmö. So I'm guessing that Lazy Kitty Brewing are one of the -1 brewing collective breweries. So yeah, cool to see this one. My first black IPA involving Hylia Brewery as well. So yeah, I see we've got another comment then. So Adam from Illinois. Nice. Okay, nice to get someone from over there again. One of my long-term viewers is from Illinois as well. He's gave me Pipeworks beer from before it actually reached Europe. So that was kind of interesting. But yeah, Adam, nice to have you along. Nice to have you along. Yes, our next one then, we have the Tjernhø. I think it's Tjernhø, I guess we would say. Tjernhø Brewery, their Paranormal Imperial Stout. That label is pretty cool. Look at that. That reminds me of that thing that Jeff Dunham used to do, the Ahmed, the dead terrorist, actually. But yeah, I think I got this one just because it was a brewery I hadn't heard of before. So yeah, this one is an 8% Imperial Stout. And yeah, just another Swedish brewery that I haven't tried before. So I thought, why not? So need to do the research on this one and see about that. But yeah, 8% Imperial Stout from Tjernhø Brewery. Yeah, let's have a look at the next one. This one, okay. Okay, this is another beer from Akia Brew, because I think I've had two from these guys now, but this time we have a West Coast IPA. This one is called Oleo, Comes in at 6.5% ABV, and these guys are from Kungsbacka, just to the south of Gothenburg, and I was impressed. These guys are still a very, very small brewery, from what I understand. I think these guys are in an old heritage listed building that they turned into a brewery. So yeah, this one should be pretty cool. The artwork, I have to say, again, pretty epic. So yeah, let's have a look at that. I'm just going to check that the picture is still behaving itself, and it seems to, yeah, it still seems to be behaving itself quite well. So yes, our next one then, yes, Fermentariat, the lager beer. As I've told you on the channel before, I have just been going through a bit of a phase, actually. I've just been going through a little bit of a phase, and been enjoying it. So yeah, it's pretty good, actually. So yeah, lager beer, 5%. I guess it's, by the looks of it, it'll be a Helles or maybe a Pils, something like that. But yeah, Fermentariat, these guys, where are they from again? Doesn't say. I can't remember exactly where Fermentariat are from, but they're from kind of middle Sweden somewhere, I think, the east of Gothenburg. They're from somewhere like that. But yes, for this one, we have another beer from one of my locals, Remalöv Gårdsbryggeri. This one is the Akoya Helles. Yeah, and again, this is my thing. I'm going through a bit of a lager phase just now. So just drinking and drinking and drinking lots of lagers. So yeah, this one should be pretty damn nice. The Akoya. This one's a Helles beer coming in at 5% ABV. So yeah, let's see how that one turns out. Next up, we have Rocket Brewing Company, and this one is another lager beer. This one is called the Möllans Gold. So this beer comes in at 4.7% ABV, and yeah, Möllan is one of the areas of Malmö. Not the safest area of Malmö, I have to say. There's quite a few shootings and stuff go on down there. But yeah, the Möllans Gold. Again, this is just one that I thought, I haven't had a lager from Rocket Brewing Company yet. So part of my lager phase, we will have a look at this one. Yep. So yeah, this time, this is another one. We're going to go to Gothenburg again. Beerbibliotek, one of my favorite Swedish breweries. These guys, they have this one they're describing. This is called Alone in a Field of Plenty, and I just thought this sounded really interesting. This is a dark wheat wine. So yeah, I've had a few wheat wines. I think the last ones I've had were from like Japanese breweries, like Sankt Gallen Brewery in Japan. I know there are a few other examples. I know that Baird Brewing in Japan as well had these, and this is a style that you can find on the American West Coast. I don't know if any English or European breweries have. I don't know if any English breweries have done this, or any European breweries have done wheat wines, but yeah, this one I think should be really interesting, actually. A dark wheat wine. What percentage is it? This one, 9.5%. So yeah, a dark wheat wine. Should be cool. Yeah, so next up we have yeah, we've got the Stigbjergets bigger, bolder double IPA. So yeah, 8.5%. I guess this one is I think this is a double IPA version of the original GBG Beer Week 2016 that they did. This was the one that they this is the one that they did from pardon me, this is the one that they did back in 2016. This is the beer that really shot Stigbjergets to fame, actually, the original GBG Beer Week 2016. So yeah, cool to see what a double IPA version of that will be like. See, we've got a few more comments. We've got my friend Herben over at Dutch Beer Geek. Yeah, nice to see you, Herben. If you want to join the hangout a little bit later, Herben, then definitely do. We have Dominic saying yes, beer review. Exactly. Yes, it's always good. And we have Rooney from the Faroe Islands. Awesome. I think this is another first for the channel. I don't think we've had anyone from the Faroe Islands on the streams before, but I have to say the Faroe Islands is somewhere that I would love to go, and I think a lot of that stems from my love of Tyr. I do enjoy the band Tyr. So for those of you who don't know, Tyr are a Faroese folk metal band. They sing a lot of songs in in like old Norwegian, old Danish, and of course Faroese as well. And I think about 50% of their songs are in English, and maybe the other 50% are, yeah, like Faroese and some of the old, um, and some of the other things. But yeah, I might have had a beer from Okara, if I remember right. I think there's one review on the channel from Okara. So yeah, I want to get up to the Faroe Islands and have a little look around, because it's supposed to be very, very beautiful. I've seen pictures of it and it looks awesome. It's a little bit expensive to fly up there, and I think obviously it will be a little bit expensive when you're there. But yeah, the Faroe Islands most definitely on my list of places to go. So yeah, no, it'd be awesome to. It would definitely be awesome to go up there and have a visit. I know that there are a few breweries and things up there. I need to have a look around in Copenhagen, because I think there is actually like a Faroese shop there. I've seen. I'm sure I've walked past the Faroese like consulate or whatever they call it, and it's not too far away from the original Mikkeller bar and things in Victoriagad. I remember it's somewhere in that part of the city. I have seen like the Faroese trade mission or consulate or something. But yeah, Rooney is saying that, yeah, the tier is great. You're welcome to visit. Yeah, no, I just need to figure out when I can do that. But I'd love to put aside a little bit of money to go up to the Faroe Islands. So yeah, I've got one or two other things. I've got one or two other things to save for. But yeah, the Faroe Islands is definitely something that is on the cards. It's somewhere I've always wanted to go. But yeah, Rooney, great to have you along. And if you don't mind, like, please keep me up to date on the beer scene in the Faroe Islands, because it's one that not a lot of people have heard of. And I mean, I know there's some nice beers in Greenland these days. You guys have obviously got stuff in the Faroe Islands as well. Iceland has got a good beer scene. So yeah, please keep me up to date on what beers and stuff I should check out from the Faroe Islands. That's awesome. Awesome to have someone Faroese along. But yeah, Valdo is saying I've been to the Faroe Islands 2 years ago, like the puffins, Mykonos. Ah, okay. Yeah, no, it's as I say, Aldo, I've heard that it's really beautiful, actually. So yeah, definitely on my list. So yeah, let's have a look at the next one then. So yeah, this is another brewery who I had not heard of. So yeah, this one is Herjebrygg. Herjebrygg. So yeah, an IPA, New England IPA. This is called Wild Jetten IPA. So yeah, again, these guys, does it say where they're from? No, doesn't. Yeah. So yeah, again, this is another brewery. It's another Swedish brewery I've never heard of, and that's what I like reviewing. I like reviewing random Swedish breweries here on the channel. And yes, we have another Elm 11 beer. Actually, this one, I was really impressed with the last Berliner Weisse that I had from Elm 11. So this one is called Our New Home. This time it's a Berliner Weisse with mango, passion fruit, pineapple, and vanilla. I can't remember what the other one was called, but I was very impressed with the Berliner Weisse that I had from these guys last time. This is definitely a brewery to keep an eye on. I think I can see these guys going a little bit, getting a little bit bigger over the next while, actually. So yeah, definitely worth trying. And yes, yeah, we have another one from Bryghus Niton, the triple innovation, triple IPA. I'm really curious to see how this turns out, because obviously these guys have the International Haze, and this is the beer that really kind of shot them, almost put up my awareness of this brewery, actually. So yeah, 10.7% this one. So this should be a bit of a monster, actually. But yeah, these guys are over in Karlskrona in Blekinge, kind of southeastish coast of Sweden. Very nice little town, actually. I've been through there. But yeah, Bryghus Niton. There you can see these guys. Very, very nice. Brewhouse 19. So yeah, that concludes my beer haul, if you like, from Systembolaget. I still have no idea how the fuck this ended up in there. So what I'm going to have to do after I kind of go offline is I'm going to have to go through this list and see which one is missing. I think that's not on this page. Elm 11 doesn't seem to be on this page either. Bro, French, Steve Berriot's Freda. Homanus. Yeah, I don't know why. Because, yeah, there's 24. That is really weird. There's 24 beers listed on this. Yeah, there's 24 beers listed. As far as I can see, I actually have seen all of these that have come out so far. I actually had a feeling that I ordered 3 beers from Brewski. But yeah, there's only 23. Yeah, there's only 23 in there. I need. That's pissing me off now. I hope that someone, it could be that someone in Systembolaget, they might have just made it by mistake, but then, yes, there we go. There we go. So, I think I found this one. This one is what's missing here. The Brewski Tri-Nipple, or whatever it would be, the Brewski Tri-Nipple IPA. They've replaced it with this. Fuckers. Yep. So yeah, I was right. It's 3. I was sure I'd ordered 3 Brewski beers. So yeah, I need to go back to them and tell them that I've paid for it, and this is what was in the box. And I hope that I won't be taking I won't be taking the whole box back. So I will need to take them like photographic evidence that this is what I got. So yeah. Well, normally you never have that problem with Systembolaget, but someone must. I don't know if someone maybe just fancied the beer for themselves, or they just put the wrong thing in. But I mean, to me, if you're working in Systembolaget, you know that you know definitely what beers are going in there, and you're not going to. Why would you put one of these in with a crate of 24 craft beers? So yeah, it's that Brewski Tri-Nipple one. Have I got a pen? Not at the moment. So yeah, there we go. Problem solved. So I need to go in there tomorrow and tell them, right, no, I want my Brewski. I want my Brewski beer. So yeah. Okay. All right then. So yeah, that's the first lot of our things done. So Rooney is saying that he will keep me updated. That's awesome. I really want to review more Faroese beer. Adam is saying wheat wine is definitely a style not a lot of people brew in the UK. A wheat wine, my dad. He's got a wheat wine his dad brewed in 1984. That would be awesome, actually. Let me know when you try that. That would be really cool to have a little taste of that if it's possible. And Craig is saying that there's a Mikkeller bar on the Faroe Islands. Yeah, Torshavn. I think that one's been open for a good few years, actually. I'm sure that opened up like 2016, 2017. Let's see. So we've got Dominic asking, how do you decide what beer to try when taking suggestions from comments? Well, usually it's mainly pretty much if anyone has a request, I will look in to see whether I can get it. But a lot of it's geography, to be honest with you. The only beer styles that I don't particularly like it's probably ESB. The English special bitter or extra special bitter, but yeah, I've just never been a great fan of those. But I will try them if there's a request. But really, it is just geography. I mean, I get a lot of requests from American viewers and Canadian viewers and stuff. Oh, can you try this beer? And I think a lot of Americans and stuff that watch the channel don't really realize that the beer doesn't make it outside of their own state. But yeah, I get a lot of I do get suggestions as well, having said that, from Germany, and a lot of people are like, oh, can you try this beer? And it's a lot easier for me to get a hold of something small from Germany than it is to get a hold of something very, very small from the States. But I'm quite happy to try anything. It's just a case of what I can actually get a hold of, So if there's suggestions and I can get it, yeah, I will try it. But it is really just geography and what I can find. I'm quite lucky in the sense that I'm in. Copenhagen. I'm in the sort of Copenhagen area, South Sweden, so I can get all the good stuff from Sweden, and I've got the free market right next to me in Copenhagen as well. So I'm very lucky in what I can get. And Systembolaget are actually quite good at bringing our they're actually quite good at bringing our things they're quite good at bringing in like random beers from different countries, like Portuguese beers and all of this kind of thing. So yeah, I hope that kind of answers your question, Dominic. It's just geography mainly. It is just geography and what is available. Because yeah, I don't order too many things on the internet. I tend to just go to Copenhagen and get them. And of course, I get quite a few beer boxes from different people as well. So yeah, let's go on to the next bit of our kind of unboxing beer haul type thing. So yes, these are my beers that I bought from Kihoskh over in Copenhagen now. So first off, we have one from Gamma Brewing. I love these guys, really, really love this brewery. So they, of course, are part of Kollektivet in the north of Copenhagen. They share that along with Ulsnedkeren, and they also share it across. They also share it with Gamma and Dry and Bitter. So those are the three members of Ulsnedkeren. But this beer is called the Crystal Cairn, and there was 2 double IPAs there, and both of them were rated, I think, like very, very similar. I think they were both like 3.95 on Untappd when I had a little look. And this one, to be honest, I picked this one just because the artwork was the prettier of the two. So yeah, the other one had a kind of one of these psychedelic wave sort of pattern things on it. But yeah, this one, I just thought the artwork of this was quite pretty. So yeah, the next one that we have then, I actually bought this one in Warpigs. So this one is the Lockdown, which is a lager beer. This one is 5% alcohol. So yeah, this is the Lockdown lager beer. This one should be quite nice. Yeah, I've not reviewed a beer from Warpigs yet, so I'm curious to see how this turns out. They had a couple of different beers in there. They had an oatmeal stout, they had a pale ale, and they had Cabin Fever, which I think it's either a Pils or a Helles, that one. I think it might be a Pils. And yeah, it was just this one. I thought Lockdown, with all the stuff that's going on at the time, just chose this one. So yes, the next one, again, this is part of my lager phase. We're going to Amager Bryghus, one of my favorite Danish breweries, and this one is the Panserpils. So this was actually the first beer. They've just changed to canning very recently, and they originally used to put their beers in 500ml half-litre bottles, and then more recently they changed them to 330s. And I did miss having, when you bought an Amager beer, I was quite happy to just pay a little bit more. I was happy to pay a little bit more for it and get the half-litre, but I think this is a good compromise now. The 440ml cans, I think, is kind of good, because yeah, for some of their heavier beers, a half-litre was quite trying actually for some of the big imperial stouts. But yeah, I think 440ml is probably a good kind of middle ground actually. And cans, of course, are a lot easier for them to export as well. So yeah, let's have a little look at the next one. Yes, I also ended up with one of these. So this one is Slow Burn Brewing Company. These guys are a Danish brewery, very, very much on the up actually. These guys have got some really, really nice beers. But this one is a collaboration with Bad Seed Brewing Company. So yeah, a double IPA coming in at 8% ABV. The feedback loop. I actually, when I went into the shop, I wanted to get. It was the Octo Pils that I wanted, because I've tried that before. But and I know that that's a really nice beer. But I wanted something from Slow Burn Brewing Company, because these guys, I think, I have. They've definitely got a good future ahead of them. So if you find yourself in Copenhagen, then these guys are one brewery that you want to keep an eye on. The other one is Kaleidoscope. Those guys have got some really interesting stuff as well, but they don't, for some reason, I didn't see anything from them in Kihoskh. We also have, we've got a few foreign beers now, actually. The last Danish one that I have is this, the Japanese rice lager. So yeah, this is a style of beer that I really like. My landlord actually brews an awesome Japanese. My Japanese landlord, not my Japanese landlord, my landlord brews a lovely Japanese rice lager, and it's a style of beer that I really like actually. Like I say, I do enjoy a little bit of rice in the malt base. I'm a big fan of the Japanese sake as well, actually. So yeah, this one I'm very curious about, because Mikkeller are actually quite good at doing beers that pair with Asian food. I think I've had the dim sum and a few other things, because they have the ramen to biru. There's 2 restaurants in There's 2 of those restaurants in Copenhagen. I don't know if they have a ramen Tobiru in other places, but yeah, they've got 2 bars over in Bangkok as well. There is, do they have, where are the other? I think those are the only Mikkeller bars in Asia, come to think of it. Let me just have a little check of that. So yeah, Mikkeller, I think, did they have one in Seoul? I thought they had a beer bar in Seoul, actually. The Mikkeller locations. Let's have a look at this. Where do Mikkeller have their bars? Okay, so there's Mikkeller, their bars. There's one in Shanghai now as well. There is one in Tokyo, Mikkeller Kanda. So yeah, they've got one in Tokyo. Where's the next one? There's one in Bangkok, the Mikkeller Bar Ari. San Diego, Bucharest. I'm sure there's another one. There's one in Taipei as well. Right? Yeah, that must be the other Asian one. Along with that, they've got there's 2. There's 2 listed in Tokyo there. But yeah, they have, yes, okay, so the Asian ones from bottom to top then. We've got Mikkeller Bar Ekamai, there's Mikkeller Bar Seoul, there's Mikkeller Bar Tokyo, there is the Mikkeller Bar Taipei, there is the Mikkeller Bar Ari, which is Bangkok, Mikkeller Kanda, that's also Tokyo, Mikkeller Bar Shanghai, and those are the Asian locations. Yep. So 2 in Tokyo, 2 locations in Tokyo now. Dominic is saying, you're probably making this at 2100 or 2200. I have to go to sleep. Good night. Yeah. I wonder, Dominic, where are you? I guess if you are still there, where are you in the world? But yeah, for me, it is 2214. Just now, actually. I'm guessing, yeah, maybe you're in Dubai or something like that. Who knows? But yeah, this one should be good. Let's have a look at the last of my beers from Kihoskh then. So we have this one. We have the Amundsen. This is one that I've wanted for a little while. Let me just take away the comment there. Yeah, this is one I've wanted for a little while. It's been out a little bit, but this is the Viking Brunchfest Club, and they're describing this one as a breakfast mud cake ultra pastry stout. This comes in at 13.5%, so this is a bit of a monster, actually, but this is one that I've wanted to try since I saw it released from Amundsen, so I think this beer will be a little bit of a beast. This time we are going to go back to Russia. So this is another beer from Zagovor Brewery. This appeared, I just saw this in Kihoskh and it seemed to be pretty fresh, actually, so I'll stick this one in the fridge and probably film the review tomorrow or something. But yeah, I do like this. The Binge Watching New England double IPA. So yeah, I actually can read Cyrillic because I did a Russian course in my in university, because it's just interesting. I've always liked Russian history and things, but in my experience, the Russian craft beers are very, very good, and they've got some really interesting. They've got some really interesting stuff. So yeah, cool to see another Russian beer, actually. Pretty damn cool. So yeah, Zagovor. I know that these guys are a very, very good brewery. So yes, the next one, I got this just because of the name. This was in the Imperial Stout section in Kihoskh. Light the Lightning. This is an Imperial Coffee Stout and Kings County Brewers Collective. And yeah, I'm not sure how long Kihoskh would have had this. I think I actually might have got either the last can or the second last can. But these guys are from Brooklyn in New York, and I think this will be my first dedicated review to them. But just look at the artwork on that. Quite like the kind of Nordic. I quite like the Nordic. The Nordic mythology and things like that. But yeah, I also found 2 other very unusual beers. So this one is called Popin, and this comes to you, or the brewery itself, sorry, is Brasserie Popin, who are from Vaumort in France. So yeah, it's not often you come across a French craft beer, but yeah, this one's Citra Cryo, double IPA, 8% ABV. So yeah, really curious to see how this one turns out, actually. And then the last one, this is, what was the name of this brewery again? This one is Latvian, and this one is from, I think it's O2 beer, they're called. So this one is called Haze in a Maze. So yeah, this guy is 7% hazy New England IPA, however you want to term it. So very, very curious to see how this one turns out. This should be a very, very nice beer, actually. So yeah, cool to find a Latvian beer. Of course, the one that everybody knows from Latvia these days is Arpus, and there were a few Arpus beers over there. And I was tempted to get one of those as well. But yeah, I thought it'd be nice to do this one because this is another brewery who I have not heard of before. So yes, I also, another random thing that I found in the Lidl near my friend's house was this. So yeah, this brewery are called, this one, it seems to be Steam Brew German Red, and it looks as if on the back here, this is one of the, it looks like this might be the kind of craft range of that time, very close to Heidelberg in Germany where I used to study. And this one, they're calling it a German Red. This beer is just simply called, German Red, and we're getting this in Lidl's. I think I paid like maybe 15 Danish kroners for this. That's about £2. So yeah, this one should be really quite interesting. So yeah, very curious about that. Let me know if any of you guys have actually tried this one. But my friend was telling me, that he bought these because he just liked the artwork, because they've got an Imperial Stout, there's an IPA in there, and then there's this one, the German Red. And I got this because obviously this is the more unusual style of the three of them. So yeah, cool to return to Eichbaum as well. There was that video that I have of one of the Eichbaum beers is fairly popular as well. Actually, that's garnered quite Americans actually on a number of the German beer reviews do, because they're like, oh, I served with the military in Germany and I used to drink this beer all the time. That I do get like quite often, but yeah, let's go on to the last section of this video then. So now I'm pulling my case over, my little case that I have, just let you see the size of this thing. So there you go. That's my little suitcase that I took over to Estonia with me. So yeah, let me just open this guy up and we will see what we got. So I'm hoping there was no casualties, but there may well have been one or two, because the case was pretty tightly packed. I've only ever lost one beer on these things, so we'll just need to see what comes out of this one. But yeah, I think most of the beers should have survived. It looks, I actually can smell a bit of beer, so maybe we've lost one, or either that or one of them might have leaked a little bit. But yeah, let's have a look at this. So yeah, seems to be that a lot of them are intact, so that's a very good sign. Yeah, one of them's got a big dent in it out of the cans, but yeah, that's not a problem. We can we'll just need to review that one fairly quickly then. So yeah, let's just get these out and see how we go. So yeah, this one is a little bit wet, so maybe this beer has leaked a little bit. So yeah. So yeah, first beer up from my Estonian beer haul then. So yeah, oh, Adam's just commenting on the thing. So yeah, they're owned by German Regional Craft Range. Ah, right, okay, yeah, no, that's the Eichbaum. So yes, so yeah, that was the Eichbaum. Yeah, Eichbaum are quite popular in Baden-Württemberg. So yes, our first beer that we have then, this one comes to you from Purtse, who, yeah, Purtse are, they're based on somewhere in the middle of the north coast in Estonia. But yeah, these guys, they do mainly kind of lower alcohol beers, but it's another brewery who I hadn't tried before. So Purtse Prulikoda. Interesting to see how that turns out. Yes, next up then, we'll take these cans and see what we have. So yeah, see, look, this one took a little bit of a dent. So yeah, I'll need to review this. I'll need to review this one pretty soon. I'm not sure. Nah, that's a bad idea. Yeah, I'll review this. I'll film that review. I'll stick that in the fridge tonight and turn it back tomorrow. But yeah, Veski Kasitulu. So yeah, these guys, this is their Musnotsu Black IPA. And yeah, it says it's a black IPA and it's got spruce tips in it. It's actually quite popular to use spruce tips in beers in Estonia, actually. So yeah, let's move on to the next one then. Our next one, this is a really good way to pack beers, guys, is using socks. So has this one leaked a little bit? We'll see. Right, okay, this is quite a popular. This one is quite a popular brewery. You'll see these guys in quite a number of beer shops there. These guys are from south of Tartu. This is Pivovana Kebliku. These guys do some quite a wide variety, a range of different beers. They've got craft pilsners, double IPAs. I think they had like different black IPAs and stuff like this as well. So yeah, these guys are very, very very well known, actually. So yes, Kebliku. This one is their double IPA and it's called Tulisparsk. So yeah, this one should be really, really interesting. I have to say, I was very impressed with the standards over in Estonia when I was there. There will be more kind of out and about videos that I still got a few to edit together. So yeah, this one has taken a little bit of a ding as well. You can see that. It's always going to happen. But yeah, this one comes to you from Nuskar. Yeah, Nuskar. And this is the Rautulum, an OK brown ale. And this one comes in at 8% ABV. So this one is an imperial brown. I think I bought this beer at Uba Jahuma in Tallinn. So yeah, this one should be really interesting. You don't see too many imperial browns, but ever since I had like Brooklyn Brown, you know, just when I was first getting into beer, ever since I had Brooklyn Brown, you know, I've really enjoyed my brown ales, actually. So yeah, okay, yes. So this this one has taken just a little bit of a dent as well. But the cans, you know, this is the good thing about the cans. The cans are usually pretty good. Yeah, I think I found a kind of wet spot. I think there has been maybe one casualty. Hopefully, maybe it's just a little bit of a leak, but yeah, hopefully it has casualty. But yeah, this is a beer. This is from Sori Brewing, who I forget where Sori are based very, very close to the airport. But this is Finnish, guys. But this particular beer is called Cape Hope, and it's a double IPA. This one is brewed in collaboration with Seven Island Brewery, who we've encountered a couple of times. These guys are a wonderful little brewery in Corfu, just off the coast of Greece. So yeah, that is our first one. So yeah, let's get this one out. So wait. Yeah. Okay. Right. I think they're trying to figure out. Yeah, there has been one casualty. I can feel that there's been one casualty. So yeah, there has been one casualty right in the center of the case, actually. So yeah, you can see a little bit of a leak, but yeah, let's see what one it is. So yes, unfortunately, that's another beer lost. But yeah, next one then, Anderson's. These guys do some ridiculous. These guys do some absolutely ridiculous high alcohol beers. But this one, I just got this because this is the Duncan. This is a Scotch ale. So yeah, these guys do some really, really nice stuff. Yeah, I thought this one would be pretty cool. I always enjoy trying Scotch ales from different countries, actually. So yes, let's just see then. So a bit annoyed that there's been one casualty, but what can you do? I did manage to get a hell of a lot back with me. So yeah, for this one then, we have another beer from Lakota. So this one is 21% ABV, but this beer is called My Heart's in the Highlands. And I just got this because, you know, it says it's a strongly, it's an imperial peated ale or something like that. But yeah, single malt peated ale, just like a whiskey. 21% ABV, guys. Look at this. 21%. So this one will be a bit of a monster. This was bought, I think, at Uba Jahuma again, and it's actually kind of an unofficial tap room for Leha. Prulicoda. So yeah, let's get rid of this. Yes, I found the casualty. I found the casualty. I'm hoping there's a beer that I'm really hoping it's not, but it's a dark beer. We've lost one of the dark beers, unfortunately. So yeah, I think it would have been in Copenhagen that this would happen, because I saw the guys putting it on the plane in Helsinki. I think it would have been all right. So yeah, let's have a look at this one then. Let me just cut this open. But yes, this is one that I think a few people were telling me, a series that a few people were telling me to look into. So yeah, got my scissors. So just let you see this. So I got 3 of these, but we have one of the silver series from Puhasta. Oh, come on. Jesus Christ. Well, at least we knew they were very well wrapped, actually. Come on, fuck, man. There we go. At least these were well wrapped. At least they were well wrapped. So yeah, this one, member of the silver series from Puhasta, Black Blood, aged in Madeira barrels. This should be pretty awesome, actually. This one should be pretty damn awesome. This is one of 3 silver series beers that Aero from Puhasta gave me. So yeah, really, really looking forward to trying this one. This should be pretty damn awesome. Yeah, so we have another one in this series. Let me just see about cutting this thing open. This is going to be ridiculous. Yeah, Aero very kindly helped me. He helped me wrap up these beers. He did it. I was taking ages to do it. And then I just said, Aero man, can you help me with these? Because these are, I was terrible at working that packaging machine. I guess it's probably the thing. Harry will probably tell you if he's watching. He'll probably be able to tell you about about packaging the different beers to mail out. It doesn't even want to. Yeah, this is annoying, man. Come on. Cut. Yeah, I'll just need to cut the full thing. Bugger it. Yeah, so this is another member of the silver series, and this time we have Trinity in black, and this is the bourbon barrel aged version. So this one should be pretty nice. Yeah, so this one, Trinity in black, was a collaboration that these guys did with Zagovor from Moscow and AF Brew from St. Petersburg. So yeah, this time we have bourbon barrel aged version, 13.5%. What was the other one? Yeah, this was 12.6. So yeah, we've got these to look at. They actually had the same beer aged in a few different casks, actually, and I just chose one. He said they had 3 different beers, but there was lots of versions of each of those 3 beers aged in different casks. So yeah, getting a few comments now. Let me just go. Let's go through this. Let's just go through these. So yeah, Adam was talking about, yeah, we did that comment already. Underpants and then socks over the whole lot. 100% success rate. Yeah, exactly. Simon is saying, hello, your channel is great. No, thank you. Glad that you're enjoying it. Rory's saying session ale. Yep. Did you pay extra for 20 kilogram allowance on the flight? I did actually with this one. It was Finnair. I flew to Helsinki and then down to Tallinn. The flight from that was like 30 minutes actually. But yeah, no, I paid extra because it's a short haul flight. Usually Finnair include the things. But yeah, Will is saying Madeira, interesting, definitely. Craig is saying that sounds awesome. The Madeira barrel aged beer. Yeah, and there are 3 variants of the Black Blood: Madeira, Tawny Port, and Bourbon. I think, yeah, I do actually have there is another member of the silver series in here somewhere. Hopefully it didn't die. Hopefully it didn't die. But yeah, we do have one casualty, like I said. So yes, next one then. Next one here. What is this? Yes. Okay. Yeah, this is one that I'm really curious about. So I don't know if that's actually a stain or if that's part of the artwork. I do remember Oh no, this is part of the artwork. So yeah, this one is Ulanaut. These guys. Let me just get rid of Valdo's comment there. But yes, Ulanaut. This one is called the Turbo Hunt. Sorry, Turbo Hunt. This one is an Imperial Peated Ale. That should be quite nice. An Imperial Peated Ale, 15% ABV. So yeah, this is another session ale. It's another Harry Meadows Blue Nose Beer Reviews session ale. This one should be pretty damn good, actually. Right, okay, now we are on. Let me see which beer was the casualty. This is the casualty. Oh shit! No. Yeah, okay. This is one of the this was one of the very unusual beers that I found. But yeah, this one I think was this was a Rauchbock. Yeah, so the one that's died. It's the thing that's annoying is this is one of the breweries that was a bit more difficult to find. So it was this one, this beer here, the Nosferator, and that was from Kotikula Prulikoda. So yeah, just trying not to get too much glass all over the place. But yeah, this was a Rauchbock. There you go. Kotikula Prulikoda. But yeah, it seems that this is the only one so far. Fingers crossed, this is the only one that's died. And it's weird that, because it's right in the middle of the case. So maybe it was just too much pressure and shit. Yeah, because the ones that I've had, I think the one that I had that died before was on the edge of the case, and that was a Rauch beer as well. Maybe I need to stop bringing Rauch beers because they seem to die. The thing. So yeah, I'm glad that it was wrapped in this though, because otherwise that would have been a nightmare. Let me just put this over there. There we are. But yeah, one death. But yeah, I'll need to steep this shirt now. Yeah, okay. And the shirt actually smells lovely. So yeah. Yeah, I'll need to put that in the sink and kind of steep the beer out of it, sadly. Yeah, this seems to be the only one. I need to be careful with the t-shirt as well because there's little bits of glass in there. But yeah, you can see this is soaking, so the whole beer is that. But yes, right, we're on to some of the Pohjola ones. So actually, some of you might have already seen my Pohjola. Some of you might have already seen my Pohjola interview and brewery meeting and stuff. I think I accidentally published it at the wrong time. But yeah, N gave me like 10 beers or something. Yeah, I think he gave me like 14 bottles. So I shared. There was some doubles in there, so I shared those with friends. And yeah, then he gave me a couple of others. So I brought maybe about I think I maybe brought 5 or so home with me, and I reviewed the other ones when I was in Estonia staying at my friend's house. So yeah, you will see some Estonian filmed reviews when on the channel as well. So yeah, this is a collaboration between Pohjola and Tempest from Scotland, and because of course Chris Pilkington, the Pohjola head brewer, is Scottish. So yeah, this is called the Glen Noble, and it's a 160 shilling Scotch ale. So yeah, this one should be pretty damn awesome, actually. Yeah, I actually tried this beer when I was in the brewery. I know this is a good beer, but I'm really looking forward to doing a proper kind of sit down review with it. I love reviewing Scotch ales, and it was really cool to find one in Estonia, of course. Let me see. Will saying condolences, and Valdo's like, stop smoking. Yeah, I like that. I don't know why. That's the only two casualties I had. Like I say, I think it was a smoked Doppelbock. I love Doppelbock, so I'm quite gutted that I lost that one. And you know, it's a bit gutting actually in the sense because if it had been one of that would be a very, very small brewery. If it had been one of the Puasta ones or the Pohjola ones, you know, I think they would have probably arranged to send me another one, but I don't like asking the small breweries to send. I don't like asking any brewery to send me beer. But yes, okay. Now we have another monster. This one is just an absolute beast. So yes, this is from Leha Prulikoda. This is the Singularity, and this is an 18% Imperial Stout. So yeah, I think, where did I buy this one? I actually can't remember where I got this one, come to think of it. But yeah, this one, 18% Imperial Stout. This is another Harry Meadows Session Ale. Really, really looking forward to reviewing this one. That's going to be an absolute monster of a beer. The thing that I really found with Leha, these guys, we also have, yeah, this one. And I think there's another 2 Leha beers in here, if I remember rightly. This one is, you know, they seem to do like ridiculously high alcohol beers. That seems to be their thing. They make just like stupidly boozy beers. So yeah, that is the way that Leha. That's the way that Leha do it. So yeah, our next one then. These beers are all kind of soaked with that. Yes. Okay. So for this one, this is one of the breweries that I visited in the town, and you will see an out and about video here because it's like a brew pub. They've got a lovely big kind of restauranty type thing, and then behind the bar, they've got their brewery there. So this is Humalakoda. And these guys, you can find these if you go to the central railway station in Tallinn. You'll find these guys actually. It's quite difficult to actually find the brewery when you get in there, but if you go straight in at the front on the train station side, what you want to do is go left and then just go up to the top floor and you'll find Humalakoda. I've got an out and about video that I filmed there, but this particular beer is their barley wine, and it's called Venivadis Lagerdated, so wine barrel aged. This is a wine barrel aged barley wine, so this should be quite interesting actually. But this one comes in, I think, I want to say this is 13%, but the beer itself is called 13. So it's called 13, and it's a barley wine. It doesn't say what percentage it is right enough. I'll need to look that up. But yeah, that one should be pretty damn good actually. A few more comments coming in. Oh shit, I've just stood on a bit of glass. That's helpful. Just pulled this out of my foot, bastards. Oh well. Yeah, and this t-shirt. I think there's no more. Let me see, are there no more casualties? It looks like no more casualties. So yeah, let me just shake the glass. I think that should be most of the glass, the little shards of glass. Yes, I will need to do a bit of a washing then, obviously, of the stuff that's come out of the case. But yeah, it seems to be that everything else, it looks as if everything else has survived. Success. Yeah, okay. I was a bit conscious with this as well because I think I did try to get quite a lot in this one. So yes, this one. Yeah, this is just another kind of interesting beer. This is one that I bought at Gambrinus in wait a second. This one's leaked. Right, so this will need to be drunk fairly soon. This beer has leaked. Yeah, okay. So yeah, this one is from Kraftwerk. This beer is called Lennox, and this had an unusual ingredient in it. I can't remember exactly what the ingredient was, but it was a local kind of, it was a locally kind of foraged thing from what I understand. But if you look at this, you can see this beer has definitely leaked when it's been in the thing. It must have just been, when it was turned upside down, either that or the cap isn't too securely fastened. But yeah, I think we've lost a little under, maybe we've lost about 20% of the beer or something like that. But yeah, I'll put that in the fridge right away and get that reviewed very, very soon. Right. Yes, everything else seems to have survived. Okay. So we've got another Pohjola one now. Another Pohjola one. Yes, the original Pohjola beer. This is the very first beer that Pohjola released, an Imperial Baltic Porter. 10.5% ABV. Yeah, this is one that I'm very much looking forward to. It's quite a brave thing for a brewery to release an imperial porter as their first beer, and yeah, this was the one that really Puyala. They said they really wanted to kind of set themselves apart. But yeah, this is another Chris Pilkington creation. So yeah, the very, very first beer from Puyala. This one should be really awesome. And right, we have our third member of the silver series. So this one is another type of barrel, and I think, if I remember rightly, this is the one that N chose, because he said to me, "Oh, which one?" I think the thing is, N would have given me. N was like sound as anything, and you can see there will be a Meet the Brewery interview with him later. You will see that. Maybe next week, I think, probably next week. But yes, N would have given me like pretty much anything. N was prepared to give me. He literally asked me, right, how much can you take with you? And yeah, he said to me, he's like, "Oh, I'll probably end up sending you some other beers as well." So yeah, N was brilliant to interview. Really, really nice guy. Very knowledgeable. Very, very knowledgeable as well. So yeah, our third member of the silver series that we have is Decadence. This one. So this one is the rum barrel-aged version. I actually think this is the one, the Madeira barrel-aged. I think this is the one, because there was two. There was one that had a yellow top on it as well, and I can't remember. That might have been the Tawny Port barrel-aged version. But yeah, this one, the Guatemalan rum barrel-aged version, Decadence. Decadence, I think, might have been their first imperial stout. I'm sure Aero mentioned something about that. But yeah, this one, 12.3% ABV. So yeah, this one I think should be really cool. So that's the third and final silver series imperial stout that we have. So the next beer that we have, we're getting quite close to the end of this, by the way, guys. I know this is a very lengthy unboxing. Yeah, so Sori Brewing, another Sori beer. So this one is called the Vinum Dominus. So this one is a limited released rye wine, and I think I got this. There was quite a few Sori beers that were available, but yeah, a rye wine beer aged in Heaven Hill Distillery bourbon barrels. This one comes in. This is 12.2% ABV. Another session ale, of course. But yeah, 12.2% ABV. And Sori, of course, it's the brewery. They're based very close to the airport, actually. And one thing I have to say about Sori, and I'll also mention this when I review the beer, I actually went straight to Sori Brewing from the airport because they were going to be open for another hour. But I went there and it was closed. But these guys did something really awesome. I wrote to them and just asked them, "Oh, when are you guys open? When are you guys open? Are you shut just because of the COVID thing?" They wrote back to me. And they said, "Oh no, there was a mix-up in the schedule, so the shop was supposed to be open, but they sent me a voucher. They actually sent me a voucher for their web shop for €10 just because the place was closed." So that was awesome. That was incredible of them to do that. I didn't use it, and I don't know if I will, but yeah, that was awesome of them to do that. So it's going to buy you the big beers. Actually, they're probably two beers, but yeah, I think that was awesome customer service from Sori Brewing. So yeah, these guys, very, very impressed with that. Actually, they didn't have to do that. They didn't have to send me a €10 like gift voucher, but yeah, that was really awesome actually that they did that. So yeah, see, we have another Puyala one. Where did I put the scissors? There we go. So yeah, this is another Aero wrapped beer. Let me see. Because yeah, Aero was talking to me in the conversations about different beers that they do, and I asked. I think this one that I have now. This is one that I asked them about, and I think they didn't have the original version of this. And this is I think this is like a coffee version of it. Am I remembering rightly? So yeah. Yes. So this one, yeah, this is Decadence. This is the original Decadence. So this is one of their imperial stouts that I had. It says here, this is a luscious imperial stout aged on raisins and rum-soaked vanilla beans. This one's 11.2% ABV. This is a monster. This is a monster. So yeah, this will be pretty cool actually. Looking forward to this one. There's a few more comments coming in there. Do they add alcohol to get those crazy amounts of ABV? I don't think so. I think quite a lot of it they'll be doing. What I'm assuming they'll be doing probably a mixture of like the icebox method, where they freeze the alcohol. Or so wait, trying to remember how the iceboxing thing works. So you do is they cool the beer down a lot, and then they take the ice. They sort of take the ice out of the beer away, and they kind of concentrate the alcohol a little bit more. So yeah, they'll probably be using the iceboxing method for this, and they'll probably also be using like double and triple mashes and things like that. You've also got special yeast strains that can operate in higher alcohol environments, because I think if you go over, is it 12%? I forget exactly what percentage it is, but there is normal yeast won't operate over a certain alcohol percentage. But yeah, I would guess that they'll be using like triple, they'll probably be using double and triple mashes and things like that. They'll probably be using the icebox method, freeze distilling, things like this. There's a few different ways of getting the high alcohol into the beers. Craig is saying, sorry, not sorry. Yeah, they're terrible at their spelling, aren't they? Definitely. But yeah, I love lengthy unboxing sessions. Looking forward to the reviews. Oh yeah, no, these are pretty good. These are pretty good. And Valdo is asking, I like the Sorry Shadow Game series. Do you know if there'll be more of them? There's 8 till now. Honestly, no idea. I didn't hear the Shadow Game series. Actually, did the girl in coat talk about these to me? She might have. There's a wee beer shop in Tallinn. Let me just bring this up because I'll recognise the name of this. But there's a bar. There's a good beer bar in Tallinn called Coat, and it's right next to this little tiny beer shop. And I think I'm sure that she showed me some Sorry beers, and I told her that I already had. Told her that I already had these. Yeah. So it's called Untappd Pot House. Yeah, the pot house. So if you go to Pud in Estonian is shop, so Untappd is like beer shop. So yeah, the little pod, then it's got the Coat bar attached to it. I think the girl that was in there may well have talked to me about some of these different Sorry beers. And yeah, I'm sure she did speak to me about these, but yeah, I think I didn't get any of these for whatever reason. I think it was the fact that I already had. I was conscious of the fact that I was doing the interviews with Poyala and Puasta, and they were probably going to give me quite a few beers, which they ended up doing. And I was kind of like, I already had quite a few Lehe beers as well, actually. So Sorry Brewing. I've got a couple of ideas for the next time. I've got a few of the other breweries that I'm probably going to contact about interviews and things like that. Probably Ullenaut, Sorry, and Lehe I will try to organise interviews with next time. And maybe Keblikku as well. Maybe Keblikku. So, yes, okay. Right. Yeah, we've got another T-shirt here that's going to need... Another T-shirt that's going to need a bit of steeping. Got some very cheap... I got some really nice, good quality, cheap clothes in Estonia this time, which was great. But yes, our next one. Oh yes, I'm glad that this survived. This is one that I was really looking forward to. So yes, another beer from Keblikku, and this is one that was recommended to me by the guys at Coat and by Coat. So this one, apparently, this is one of the original Imperial. This is one of the kind of sort of classic original Imperial stouts from Estonia. So yeah, this is called the Penumbra, 12.2% ABV. Apparently this one's like a very kind of straight up Imperial stout. So yeah, this one should be pretty damn nice actually. 12.2%, absolute beast. And just look at the bottle cap. You know what this reminds me of actually? It reminds me of Het, correct me if I'm remembering the name rightly, Herb, and remind me. So this one reminds me a little bit of Het Ultje. Are they the ones in the Netherlands that have the sort of cartoony owl, whatever it is? The artwork on this beer, it really reminds me of the Het Ultje. things from. There's one of the Dutch breweries has a really sort of cartoony style artwork actually. So yeah, next one then. Next one. Oh, I know what this is. I know what this is. This is going to be good. Right. Okay. This is a brewery that I know has made it to the UK, but it hasn't really made it to Scandinavia yet. So yes, we're going to go to Tanker. Okay, so yeah, the Flanders Red Ale Ketzer. I got this one. If you've watched the channel, you will know that I love red ales, and the Flanders Red Ale. Since I tried Rodenbach, this style of beer has become a firm favourite of mine. So I'm really curious to see how this turns out. From what they told me in Uba Yahumal, Tanker are pretty damn good at the sour beers, and I think this is one they actually recommended this to me at Cote as well. Actually, the Pot House. So yeah, and they recommended it to me there. So obviously, I think this will be pretty nice actually. If I've had 2 shops recommend this one to me, then it's probably going to be pretty damn good. It would be nice to get a Tanker review on the channel as well actually. So yeah. Right, some dirty box. No, those are clean boxers. They are clean. Well, depends how clean I am. I'm sure the likes of Harry and everyone will tell you that I'm not very clean. I'm a bit of a naughty boy. But yeah. So yes, the next one we have. This is another brewery, Kolk. Kolk Brewery Coda. This is the Sumin Honey Triple. I think this is one of the. I think this might be the only Belgian style beer, Belgian brewery. This is the only sort of Belgian style beer that I actually bought this time, the Honey Triple. And these guys had a few different things. I don't think I did see 1 or 2 quadrupels, but I was told that they weren't that great. But yeah, this is one that was recommended to me as well. I can't remember which shop I bought this one at actually, but yeah, this one is Coke, Producoda, Coke Beer. .ee Estonia, but yeah, 9.5% ABV. This one that should hopefully be very interesting. I can't remember where Kolk are actually from, but their beers you will come across quite a few of these in Estonia. So yeah, let's have a look at the next one then. Let's have a look at the next one. So this is another Poyala. Oh, okay. This one, it's taken a little bit of a ding there. You can see. I don't know what would have done that. Actually, that's a bit unusual. So yeah, but I'm glad it wasn't a bit sharper because then maybe it wouldn't have survived. But yeah, this is one of the Cellar series from Poyala. Is that's definitely not meant to be part of the artwork there. But yeah, this is a special version of the and it's called Pima PX. So this is the Pedro Jimenez sherry barrel aged version, and they're describing the it's interesting. They're describing this one as an imperial stout rather than just a barrel aged imperial porter. So yeah, that's interesting. This one, I don't know. It maybe the base beer, maybe they're using a different yeast in it or something like that. But yeah, this was another one that was given to me by the guys at Poyala. So again, thank you to N Paddle for this one. Few more beers to go. Few more things. Right. Aha. Okay. Right. I tell you what, this one I'm actually going to show you last. I'll show you that last. But yeah, let's look at this. So yes, another Lehe beer. So yeah, this one is another Lehe Producoda beer, and this is brewed in collaboration with Coolhead from Finland. So yeah, this one is called the Three Pleasures Whiskey, and this is a rye Doppelbock aged in rye whiskey barrels. I thought, I love Doppelbocks, and I thought this, I thought this could be very, very interesting. So Lehe and Coolhead, a rye Doppelbock. This should be very, very interesting. I need to try a rye whiskey actually. Rye whiskies, they're not very, obviously it's more of an American bourbon thing than it is a Scotch whiskey thing. But yeah, okay, we're down to our last couple of beers. Yeah, this is going to need a wash as well. Yeah, I think I'm going to need to steep these white things. It was only really white clothes that I had actually. My racist white clothes. Oh yes, pardon me. Sorry. burping down you guys at the microphone. So yes, this is another one from Pojala and their cellar series. This one is the Cowboy Breakfast, a bourbon barrel-aged imperial stout. So this one's 12.5% ABV. I haven't had too many. I don't know if I actually reviewed any beers from the cellar series from Pojala, come to think of it. But yeah, this one, a bourbon barrel-aged imperial stout. Definitely looking forward. Yes. That should be pretty damn awesome. We've got a few comments. Let me just flick through the comments because otherwise I will lose these. So I think, was this the last one we had? Yeah, no, that was the last comment we had from Valdo. So Craig saying he a few Sorry beers, pretty decent. Yeah, I've heard very good things about Sorry actually. Herben loves Leha. Sorry did a nice collab with Moorslutel. That would be kind of cool actually to try that one. What kind of beer was that, Herben? What kind of beer was it? That was the Het Ultje comment I think you're referring to there. So yeah, the guys, I was comparing this one to the artwork on this to the Het Ultje. It looks very similar actually. So yeah. These guys, incidentally, I was told that these guys are it's basically like three. If you go to Estonia and I think Finland to some degree as well, basically the whole country is like forest and lakes kind of randomly spaced in between it. I'm told that the three guys that started this brewery, it was basically they're basically like three big guys with big math figures, and they're quite big set as well. These guys are basically three forest dudes from the middle of Estonia. Aha, right, okay, another Leha beer. I did actually taste this one, and I know this is a nice beer. I did a little kind of short tasting video of this when I filmed at Uba Yahumal. So yes, this one is another beer from Leha Prulikora, and this one was called, what is it called? It is called the Harassment, but I think it's not. I think, is it called? I thought it was called Something Harassment, but yeah, it's called Something Harassment, and this is a triple IPA coming in at a Harry Meadows sessionable 13%. This one, and yeah, I have tried this beer. This is a really lovely kind of West Coasty leaning triple IPA. So yeah, that will need to be reviewed quite soon as well. Actually, we'll need to look at that one. Let's just get my phone out of there. Just gonna move this back a little bit. So yeah, our last couple of beers then. The last Puhasta one. Where the hell did I put my scissors? There they are. There they are. Right. So yeah, this is the last of the Puhasta beers, and this is, I think, another Imperial Stout. I think I'm going to be bored of Imperial Stouts by the end of reviewing all these, but the thing is, they'll last a long time. So yeah, we've got Estonian beer reviews coming up for quite a length of time over the next while. The Estonian beer scene, incidentally, it's crazy. And yeah, guys, like I said, this unboxing has sort of taken a good bit longer than I thought, but you know, cares? You guys seem to be enjoying it anyway. So yeah, this is one. Like I was walking through the brewery with this one, and then I saw the artwork of this. I saw the artwork of this one, Kokomo. This is another Imperial Stout, and it's Kenyan coffee. So yeah, I love, if you've watched the channel recently, you will know that I love coffee stouts these days, mainly on the back of the Key and the Sidamo Dimtu that I tried from Dugas. I was telling Aero that in the brewery as well. So yeah, the Kenya coffee. But yeah, Imperial Stout, 11% ABV, this one. Very much looking forward to that. I did actually, all of these beers that I've had from Puhasta have been Imperial Stouts, but yeah, they've all been Imperial Stouts. But I did film a review for their new double IPA when I was in Estonia, because that was in a little can. So I kind of thought, right, let's save some space and review that one when I was over there. Yeah, unfortunately, I couldn't film. I think I managed to film about 6 or 7 reviews when I was over there. But yes. And our last Estonian beer then, this is another one that I bought at Gambrinus. This is from Pump Brewery. This one is called Kutte, and it's an extra special pils. This one is an Imperial Pils. 6.6% ABV, and this was recommended to me by the owner of the Gambrinus shop, who apparently they've got another shop in Parna. So there's Gambrinus number 1, which is in Tartu, and then there is Gambrinus number 2, which is in Pärnu, over on the coast. So yeah, wherever you go, if you go to any of the bigger cities in Estonia, you have a good selection of different beers there. But yeah, this is one that he recommended. Unfortunately, I had to leave 5 or so beers behind in Estonia, I think. And obviously, we've had one casualty, which, when you've seen how many beers we've brought back, I think that is pretty decent. But what I might do, I know that Riku, my Finnish beer mule, he's going to Tallinn next week. So what I might do is ask him if he can see if he can find one of those beers for me, and then maybe we can replace it. So yeah, we'll see about that. But yes, the last beer that I brought back, and this is one that I'm quite excited for. This is not Estonian, so you've seen all of the Estonian beers now. This is going to be my first Hungarian beer review. So we've got one from Mad Scientist, who are from Budapest, and this is their Candyman Imperial Stout. So 12% ABV, this one, and it's brewed with marshmallows and tonka beans. I actually bought this beer in Coat in Tallinn, and I just saw it. I didn't actually see these until I was just about to leave, and then I saw, oh, what are these? And they said, oh, they're Hungarian. I was like, right, never done a Hungarian beer. I had a few IPAs and sour stuff, but they had a barley wine. I think I already had a couple of barley wines at the time. But yeah, this one's another Imperial Stout. Little did I know that from the other stuff that I had, that I was going to end up with so many Imperial Stouts. So yeah, this is a ridiculous amount of beer. I've no idea how many bottles and cans and stuff I've got now. But yes, this is going to be a very, very kind of heavy month. But yeah, obviously these Imperial Stouts will last quite a long time. But I need to go through these, and there's one or two obviously that need to be reviewed. But a lot of these beers that I've brought back from Estonia are pretty high alcohol. So yeah, we'll do the IPAs and stuff. We'll need to do a couple of the cans and things. But yeah, you're going to see Estonian beers reviewed on the channel over the next little while, for a good little while actually. So yeah, that is actually it for the unboxing section of this thing. So let me just, what I'm going to do now is open it up. An hour, maybe, well, I think I said I was going to open it up after an hour. So it's only a half an hour over schedule that we've gone, but I'm going to post the link in the in our BeerTubers chat thing, and let whoever wants to come in come in. So yep, let's have a look at this one. There's the link, guys. So anyone that wants to come in, there we go. Yeah, so guys, I really hope that you enjoyed that beer haul. Yeah, it went on for a little bit longer than we thought. So yeah, 90 minute sort of unboxing. This one, I can see there's a few jokey comments going on in the thing there. But yeah, guys, those of you who are watching from the BeerTubers chat, just let me know. Just jump in whenever you like. So yeah, great artwork. Yeah, some really interesting artworks on some of these beers on the Heto. I think that's another reference to the Hetulcha comment that Herman's talking about there. We need more of these beers in Scandinavia, looking very, very interesting. Yeah, no, it'd be cool to get more of the Estonian beers, but Pojala and Puasta have been over. I have had a few Leia. I think I did have one Leia beer, but yeah, it'd be cool to get Tanker and Ulenalt over again. I have seen Ulenalt in Copenhagen, but that was years ago, and I actually filmed a review for Ulenalt a long time ago. That was an IPA. I remember it wasn't at its freshest, but it was still okay. And I bought that beer in. I actually did buy that beer in Denmark, but then I lost it, I think, because one of my laptops died, so I did lose it. But yeah, still a few other things. That's the Sorry Not Sorry. I had their collab with Keys. We'll always have Paris. James is a bit of a naughty boy. I knew it. Yep, exactly. The Pima OPX should have wax on it. Pima O is a stout. Yeah. Oh, wait. No, wait. Was it that? I think that was one. It should do, but yeah, I think I'm sure Ian said something about that. I think it was because it had only been packaged the day before. And I think that was why it didn't have the wax on it, Valdo. It was because he literally just took it. They'd bottled it the day before. They hadn't done the waxing thing. They've got a whole waxing station in the brewery, but they just hadn't waxed these before. I think he actually might have said that to me, but he gave me that one and said, "This is really interesting. Have this." Herben is saying he's not had the Dutch beer collab, and then Herben is saying the collab with the Merslow was a double IPA, so yeah, probably it's not there anymore. And 3 boxes down, 4 to go. Well, we're actually finished with the unboxing. So yes, I think Rory was going to join, and yeah, so we've got that now. Herben is laughing. And we've got you in Finland. Okay. So yeah, Riku has actually come in right after we've gone through all the Estonian beers. But yeah, Riku is actually going to Tallinn on Friday, from what I remember. It was funny. I accidentally called Riku on Instagram. And I just didn't mean to. I was trying to message him back, and I accidentally called him when he was driving. It was really funny. And he's just like, "Oh yeah, I do that all the time." But yeah, Riku is going to have a very, very good time. So yeah, if you look at this, we have a ridiculous amount of we've got a ridiculous amount of Estonian beer here. Just look at this. This is all of it here, and then I've got my cans and things like that too. So yeah, so Riku, you are in for an absolute treat. You might want to go back and watch the video. But Riku, actually, while it's in my head, I might need to ask you a favor. We did have one casualty. We had one casualty. If you do happen to come across this beer, the Nosferatu 2019, if you do happen to come across this when you're in Tallinn, could you get one of these and add it to the next finished beer box? This was a Rauchbock, and I was really, really gutted. I was really gutted about this one dying. So yeah, if you do happen to come across this one, this is from a very, very small brewery. That would be awesome to get a hold of this one. A smoked Doppelbock, but sadly it died. But yeah, Riku, enjoy your trip to Estonia. Right, and we have Rory is ready to join us. So let me just get Rory into the chat. Yeah. Rory, how's it going?
All right, you wee bastard.
You all right?
How's it going, right?
Pretty lit. I'm doing all right. Yeah, just chilling away now. Chilling away. That is the epic unboxing finished. So
how many beers do you have?
Oh shit, I don't know.
Shit.
Let's count. So we had one death, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, 5, 10, 15, 19, 23, 28. I managed to bring back 28 in that little case. And then I've got how many cans? From Copenhagen, I brought back 9, 10 cans. And then I had 24 in the in the other one. But yeah, I need to go to Systembolaget and shout at them tomorrow. I'm pissed off because I ordered 3 brewski beers, and then someone's maybe, I don't know if they've nicked the brewski one or put it in the wrong place. But yeah, I need them to reorder me the brewski beer. So
well, I saw the video that you said about the one that got smashed. It was in the middle of the box when you said.
It was in the middle of the case, yeah. So I think maybe just it's been pressured too much and just. Yeah, I don't know if maybe there just wasn't enough padding. There maybe just wasn't enough padding because it was pretty much bang in the center. But I'm quite gutted about that because that was a very, very small brewery. You know, if it had been one of the thing is, if it had been one of the Pujalas or one of the Puastas, then you know I maybe could have asked them to send me another one. But that beer, I think it said 2019, so it was like a vintage one as well. I never, you know, because I just never thought. I usually the one you're always concerned that it's the ones at the edge that you know are going to get an impact smash or something. So that was, and it's just that's a bit shit that it was one of the small breweries rather than one of the bigger ones, because the bigger ones you can replace.
You can always get more readily, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, we've got Benjamin is saying IPA. Riku's saying that. Oh yeah, no, Riku, if you do happen to come across that one, then if you can somehow replace that, that would be amazing. Or even if they've got the 2020 vintage of it, that would still be cool. But yeah, I'll take a picture of it, Riku, and I'll send you on Instagram just so you have that. That would be awesome. IPA best beer. Yeah, I think that's a matter of opinion. Craig's coming on soon, and then it sounds like someone is not wearing headphones. Okay, yeah, have you got your headphones, Rory?
I don't
okay.
possess the gay headphones. Sorry.
The gay headphones. Right. Okay. Okay. Riku's asking, where did you buy the one that broke? I actually bought that in Tartu. I think I didn't buy it in Tallinn, but I don't know if you've got shops that you go to, maybe they have it. I think I bought it. I've got a feeling that I bought that one in I think I bought it in Gambrinus in Tartu, unfortunately. So I don't know how likely you are to find it, but just on the off chance, Riku, yeah, on the off chance that you do find it, that would be awesome. But yeah, okay. But you know, it's a pretty.
Did you have a good time?
Yeah, it was great. It was great. We had my friend got married at a really nice old manor house out. It was kind of to the southwest of Tallinn. It was a beautiful. It was a beautiful wedding, actually. He married. My friend's Estonian, obviously, but he married his girlfriend. Now wife is German. She's from. I think she's originally from Mainz. But yeah, the thing was, Einar and I, we studied together. And we studied together in Heidelberg. So we studied together in Aberdeen, and then when we got our exchange, we got told to go away somewhere abroad and write our master's thesis. And then he went to Mainz, and I went to Heidelberg. So we were only about an hour away from each other. So it was pretty cool. But I think he's moving back to Estonia. So I think possibly I'll go over there fairly regularly because the flights are quite cheap. Actually, the flights are pretty cheap, like Baltic Air and things like that. So I've got I'm obviously he's my really good friend, but I'm quite friendly with a lot of his friends as well. So I've got lots of people over there now.
It's good.
It's good, yeah.
It's good that you got like a as well.
Yeah,
is he into it or no?
Einar's not so much in. I think he likes beer, but I think maybe he's obviously not quite as into it as me, I think. But yeah, he was telling me that I should try and set up interviews with Ulanau and Kepliku and stuff like that as well. So yeah, no, I think he's a bit of a fan of Ulanau. So I think the next time I go over there, Ulanau, Leha, Sore, and if I can, Kepliku, it would be cool to get these guys. It would be cool to get these guys for interviews. But yeah, no, I got one. I was quite happy this time that I got Pojala and I got Puhaste as well. But probably I'll end up seeing these guys at some of the beer festivals here. So they'll probably like Aero and and Eno probably, and maybe Chris as well. Maybe these guys will be on the channel again at some point in one of the beer festival videos. So we'll see.
I was watching your interview. I watched a bit of it, but I'll watch the rest of it. But I watched the one with Puhala.
Yeah,
that was good. I watched about 20 odd minutes of it. Is he English, the one guy, or British at least?
Scottish.
American. Is he? No, Scottish.
Yeah, the Chris is Chris. He said that he grew up in Qatar, but I think both of his parents are Scottish.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, he studied in Edinburgh. I think he was telling me. I think he studied law and marketing in Edinburgh. Okay. So yeah, no, he was in Edinburgh. He was working at Brewdog, and then the three original guys from Pojala went across there, and then two of them interned at Brewdog, and then they met. They wrote back to N. I think it was N that stayed in. He was staying in Tallinn, and then they said, "Oh, there's this guy here who brews really well on the pilot kit." So they brought him over. In the early days, they were doing gypsy brewing, and I think after about a year and a bit, they started up their own brewery, and then Chris was brewing all the beers for himself. So,
cool.
Yeah. So yeah, no, it's pretty cool actually, definitely pretty cool. But yeah, no, I think I need for these interviews, I need to invest in one of these little plug-in microphones for the sound. The sound's okay, but it's a little bit buzzy. So I think I'll try to get like a kind of noise reducing microphone. So I need to look into that before I film. I'll look into that before I film more of them. So we'll see.
I was watching after that video. I was actually I typed in like people going into Estonia, because when do you know when you see that guy Bald and Bankrupt?
Yeah, Bald Bankrupt.
He goes into a lot of Eastern Europe, and when I watch his videos, they all seem like when I think of Eastern Europe in general, I just think like quite dark, quite dull, quite like nothing really going on. But then you go into I watched a video on someone going into Estonia, and it's quite a vibrant place, I think.
Estonia it's actually very well developed.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, exactly that.
It's actually, to be honest with you, apart from the fact that there's like some kind of communist blocks and things like that, and in fairness to them, a lot of them haven't been, they've been renovated and things, so they kind of they look quite different now. But yeah, the place is it's the most wired country in Europe these days. Their language, to be honest, the Estonians are a lot more related to the Nordics than they are to Eastern Europe, if you like. I mean, their language is, I think it's like 30 or 40% similar to Finnish. From what I understand, because one of Einar's friends, Sais, he works over in Finland. He drives buses in Finland like 4 days a week and then takes the ferry across. But he was saying that Estonians can understand the Finns and can understand Finnish very well, but not so much the other way around.
Okay.
It's a Uric language, you know. Estonians, when you listen to it, it sounds a little bit more. Just to listen to, I think it sounds a little bit more Russian than Finnish does.
Okay.
It's a little bit more of a kind of Russian-like rhythm to it. But if you actually listen to the words, there's a bit of Swedish in there. There's a bit of German. There's a little bit of Finnish, obviously, as well. And there's one or two little bits of Russian as well. So yes, Estonian's a kind of interesting mix. But if you listen to Finnish, Finnish is a really beautiful sounding language. Actually, I think Finnish is one of the nicest languages to listen to, but it's just their grammar. Riku will be able to comment on this. Like the grammar and stuff is kind of impossible almost. So yeah. But yeah, Riku is saying that Estonia isn't Eastern Europe. Yeah, you have to be careful with that one. The Estonians they're definitely more Northern European. I think they definitely consider them Northern European. I think you've got to say. I think the Poles are quite like that as well. They like to say.
Wasn't Estonia part of the USSR though? Wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I was talking to some of the guys then because I thought Estonia was kind of like Poland in a way, like it was sort of an independent country, but at the same time it was kind of like a puppet state. But Estonia, they said no, it was actually one of the republics of the main USSR. We actually talked that the Baltics had a slightly different independence movement and things like that later. But yeah, it was the Baltics are the Baltics had a really kind of unique situation within the whole Soviet Union side of things. But
it's a bit like Latvia as well, isn't it, or not?
Sorry,
Latvia, those kind of places.
Yeah, the Baltics is Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia. Those are the three Baltic countries. Because you've also got that little Russian enclave there called it's Kaliningrad Oblast, and it was Königsberg before. It was because it was part of Germany. Because it's kind of strange actually, because the part of Germany where Germany was born, Prussia, is now part of Poland.
Yeah.
So it's like, because Germany used to basically take up all the Baltic coast all the way to what is now Lithuania. That was all German. Yeah. And then, because the Russians kept Kaliningrad because that was I don't know what the story of it is. I need to read a little bit more about why Kaliningrad didn't become part of like Lithuania or Poland again after the fall of the Soviet Union. But yeah, the Russians kept Kaliningrad because it's an ice-free port, from what I understand, because the Russians don't have any ice-free ports apart from that one, or maybe they only have one. Because that's one of the big problems that Russia's had throughout history, is most of their ports freeze up, because they've got like Murmansk, Archangels, and then Vladivostok. I think those are their three main ports apart from Kaliningrad, because St. Petersburg and Moscow. Moscow's not a port city. St. Petersburg's on the coast. I think St. Petersburg freezes up, basically. So the Russians historically have always had like a big problem with import and export.
Yeah.
Even.
I was watching the it's not Bald Bankrupt, but another Russian guy. I can't remember his name now, but he's saying how Russians don't import a lot of Western goods now, do they? Apparently.
Is that the guy with the long hair?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he and Bald and Bankrupt do things. I can't remember what his channel's called, but I've watched a few of his videos as well. I've watched his one where he talks about the Russian military and how there's they've got to do military service and stuff.
Yeah.
How everyone tries to avoid it and things. Because it's like I know the channel you mean. Is it NFKZ? Is it NFKZ?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. I quite like his videos as well. I do enjoy his videos.
Yeah. But he said like they don't like how they don't import. But they're cutting off their nose to spite their face, pretty much. They don't cut off. They don't import Russian. They don't import Western goods because political.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how. I don't know how much of it is because of the kind of political situation. Because I know that Germany imports a hell of a lot of Russian gas and things like that. But I think it's getting better. I mean, obviously, we're starting to get some Russian beers here on the mainland and on mainland Europe and stuff. You can't really call Sweden mainland Europe, but we're starting to get more Russian beers here. So I think it is kind of slowly but surely opening up.
That's right.
But yeah, no, I do quite like that. Got a few more comments. Riku saying, yeah, Estonian is impossible. I can't understand a word. But Riku, I'm curious, would that be because you're from away up north? Would the people down south have more of an idea? Because obviously in Oulu, Riku's from Oulu, which is like, I think it's only about halfway up Finland, because the kind of landlocked part of Finland is actually pretty big. And there's like a third of Finland that's almost landlocked at the top. So, Riku, is that just because of the language generally, or is that just because of where you're from? But you should read the story of the Viro Hotel. Very interesting place, and it was used by the USSR for spying on Finns and other foreigners. That's an interesting point then, Riku, as well. Were Finnish people allowed to go to Estonia quite regularly when it was still the communist times? Do you know anything about that? That'd be cool. Will is saying Bald and Bankrupt. Yeah, I love Bald and Bankrupt. The one I need to see if he's got new videos. Actually, the last one that I watched was when they had that cat that they found in Cuba, and they had the cat. Yeah, there was the cat that the cat in Cuba, and they called it Fidel. They brought a cat back from Cuba and called it Fidel. They snuck it back. Like the girl, he's got a Czech sort of girlfriend, I think, and then they smuggled it in her bra. So yeah.
James, Mr. Jones.
Mr.
Mr.
Jones.
Jones is about, yeah.
I don't know that. Don't know.
It's a I watched it the other day on Apple TV.
Oh right, okay.
I'll show you. I'll read you the. Mr. Jones brings to the screen the extraordinary and powerful story of the real-life Welsh journalist who uncovered Stalin's genocide famine of famine in Ukraine, which killed almost 10 million. 1933, Gareth Jones is an ambitious Welsh journalist who gained fame after his report on being the first foreign journalist to fly with Hitler. On leaving government role, Jones decides to travel to Moscow in an attempt to get an interview with Stalin himself.
Mm-hmm.
Hearing memories of government-induced famine, Jones travels clandestinely to Ukraine, where he witnesses the atrocities of man-made starvation. Deported back to London, Jones publishes an article revealing the horrors he witnessed, but is accused of being a liar by those who have an interest in silencing him. As the
Okay. Can you send me a link for that? Like on Facebook?
You have to. I think. Yeah, you have to. I bought it on Apple TV. You might be able to buy it on, I don't know, YouTube or something. They sometimes do it. But it's a good film. It's a really good film. I tried to send it to people.
Oh, sorry. My internet connection my computer just disconnected. Weird. Could you send me a link for that on Facebook, Rory?
I'll try. Yeah, I'll try. But I bought it on Apple TV. So I don't know.
Okay.
I tried to send it on via Apple TV, but it wouldn't let me.
Right. Okay.
Maybe if you go on YouTube or something, you can sometimes buy films on YouTube and just watch it.
Maybe I can find it on. Maybe I can get it through the magic Swedish internet pirates. Maybe,
yeah. But it's a good. The guy died. It says he did all this. He brought it back to Britain, and he did his story through another independent publishers, and he got it wide. He got the story sent out worldwide.
Mm-hmm.
But then a year after, he went and did another thing, and he got killed. I think in the Philippines or something. It was a undercover USSR person who shot him or something.
Right. Okay.
It's a really interesting story.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'll need to look into that one then. Yeah, because I'll see if I can. Can you write me a message just with the name, and I'll see if I can get it through the magic Swedish internet pirates. That would be cool.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be good. I will say that Baldwin Bankrupt got COVID really bad, so he's taking a break. Okay. It's good. Harry's saying, nice headphones. Harry, get on. Come and join us. Yeah, and then Riku's telling us a few things. No one can understand Estonian. A few words. Taken many meaning in Finnish, like wedding is. Yeah, I like that. That's quite a good example. I like that one. Wedding in Pulmad and then Pulmat. Yeah. Hawk is cool, and in Finnish, "kuli" means penis. And Finns were generally allowed to travel to steal money and intelligence. Very much appreciated. Yeah, that's awesome. Awesome. It's quite cool to get to find out things like this.
Yeah, I've sent the link to the beer stream home blogs.
Right. Okay. Yeah, can you copy it to me personally as well, just so that I've got that, because in that chat it'll disappear.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, we'll do.
Yeah, because that chat just goes. So
Yeah,
that will do. I'll lose that after about 5 minutes. Yeah. Is the football still going on? I think Craig was going to join just after the football. What was it? Who are Wolves playing?
They lost.
Going to watch the Wolves.
They lost.
Yeah, no, I'm seeing that. That's actually a decent result to lose. But I suppose if it's knockout.
Did you hear about Celtic and Aberdeen? They've been cancelled again. They've been locked down.
Yeah, no, because I think one of the Celtic left backs seems to have got COVID, and then the Aberdeen players went basically out on the piss on a Saturday night, and they seem to have caught COVID. So, yeah.
Do you know? Obviously, I support Arsenal. How good is Kieran Tierney? Is he good?
Is what? Sorry.
How good is Kieran Tierney?
He is pretty good. I think that it's kind of annoying. We've got 3 very good left backs in Scotland at the moment. There's a really young guy that plays for Hearts, and apparently like Bayern Munich, and was it Bayern Munich? It was one of the big German teams wants to take him, and then I think one of the Spanish teams wants him as well. So we seem to have got like 3 really good left backs at the moment: Robertson, Tierney, and then this other young guy for Hearts.
Yeah,
it's like can we not get can one of them not be a right back as well? Maybe.
Yeah.
So,
bit of balance.
Well, I mean, it would be pretty good to see I don't know if Tierney can play left midfield. I know he can play left centre back.
How can he?
Yeah, I think Tierney's not the biggest, but he can play centre back well, I'm sure.
He's got a decent left foot on him.
Oh yeah, no, we're quite lucky for left backs at the moment. But Kieran Tierney was actually born in the Isle of Man. I think his parents are both Scottish, though, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember him saying that on his Arsenal interview or something.
Yeah.
I'm just going to the toilet quickly.
Oh yeah, no worries. I think the internet connection is a little bit weird. What's going on? Yeah. I'm just checking the stream. Good working order. Let me just see. Yeah, guys, I do apologize for the internet connection tonight. It's been a little bit iffy and odd, but yeah, no, it seems to be good. But yeah, hopefully we'll get Harry, and I think Craig said he wanted to join a little bit later as well. Maybe we'll continue for like another hour or something like that, and then I think we'll call it quits. We'll call it quits at that. But yeah, as I say, loads of Estonian beer to review for you. I'm looking forward to the Hungarian review, and yeah, so the Estonian beer is definitely going to last me a very, very long time. But yeah, no, I'm hoping that. Sorry.
I was going to say, James, thanks for the offer for the blood transfusion.
Oh right. Yeah. If you're feeling a bit. What kind of blood type are you?
Irish.
No. What is your blood type? Is it A, B, O?
I don't know.
Because I think if you're, I'm trying to remember if you're O, universe. Because if you're O, you're the universal donor.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm trying to remember which one is the universal blood recipient. Yeah, AB positive. Yeah, if you're AB positive, that means you're the universal recipient. But if you're O, then I think if your blood type is O, then you can be the universal
donor. So yeah, if you're AB, if you can have some of my blood if you are AB positive.
But it just made me laugh because you said my angry my Scottish angry.
It just kills everything. Yeah.
Well, I'm saying I'm Irish, so well, partly Irish.
The Irish are a bit more chilled. I think the Irish are a bit more chilled out than Scottish people. I think we're definitely more angry. Yeah.
True. Yeah.
I've got your trailer and things. I've got the trailer there. I thought Rob Hopstein was saying that he said he was buying a cart, but then he said he might join.
Yeah, is anyone else joining or?
I don't know. Let's see, because I'm thinking I might continue for like another hour or something like that. Because it's coming up. It's like 11:30 my time, so I can maybe go to like 12:30. I don't really have any plans for tomorrow apart from to go and see my friend, and that time is fairly flexible. So yeah. Other than that, no plans, to be honest.
Yeah, I made my peace with Simon today.
Oh, did you? So what happened with that?
I apologize. I just said to him, looking back in hindsight, I thought I was out of order.
Yeah, because it was what was this? What was this? I'm trying to remember exactly what was it that we said again? Was this all the whole thing about the monetization and stuff?
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's just do you know what I said about a couple of weeks ago about him if he got involved in I said to him something like his education in beer isn't as good as other people's, and if he got involved in the reason why he doesn't want to get involved, like talk to other people in a live stream, because he'd be embarrassed. Like, well, not embarrassed, but I think he wouldn't know. He'd be out of his depth talking like beer with other YouTubers. But that's what I said to him, not in those words, but
yeah. I mean, I think when it comes to that, I mean, when I met Simon, he was quite. He knows a lot. I think he knows a lot about the styles. I think he knows a lot probably about the style. He knows a lot about the kind of styles and the flavors and things like that. I don't know how much he's done quite a few collaboration brews and things like that. So I think he will know a degree of the different hops and what kind of flavor profiles and things like that. But I think in terms of the breweries and stuff, yeah, he doesn't really research the breweries and things like that.
Well, I just think sometimes with his reviews, he sometimes just goes through the motions a bit. With other people, with other reviewers, they kind of they seem like they know what they take the time to actually they are tasting the tastes, the flavors, and actually having an actual think about what they're talking about. With him, I think because he's been doing it for so long, he has an IPA and he knows what flavors are going to be in that IPA, so he just goes through the motions away in a bit. If he says the flavors are what people expect for him to say. Like, say it's like an IPA, he goes mango, papaya. He doesn't even think about what he's saying. He's like fleshy blood orange, that kind of stuff. If it's a stout, it's like coffee, chocolate caramel. It's like with other reviewers, they actually think about the flavors. It's not just like they're going into like that. What's the word? That first default kind of thing. Yeah,
maybe like autopilot or something.
Yeah.
I mean, in fairness with that, I actually end up with quite a few reviews where I'm like, there's so many beers these days that have the kind of mango-y sort of passion fruity type thing. Then you've got a lot of them have got lighter tropical fruits these days. So I think apricot and papaya and stuff that I tend to use. Those are descriptors I use quite a lot actually. But yeah, no, it's I can see what you mean. But Simon, yeah.
Yeah, I was saying that to Rob was saying that to me the other day. But you said you can get a bit stuck in your own kind of like flavor profile, and like you need. If you know what I mean.
I mean, at least at the end of the day, he's not reading rate beer notes and things as a certain other YouTuber likes to do. And
it's true. Yeah,
he's not just being a weatherman, as he puts it. Oh dear. I still need to film a follow up to that. By the way, I've got it, the kind of sort of script, if you like, ready for that. But I need to get that. I need to get that filmed. But yeah. Can
we like produce kind of like?
Yeah,
is it a copistic review or something? Or
no. It's it basically shows all the evidence and bullshit and things like that. But yeah, we'll not mention all too much of that on here, obviously, because he doesn't deserve the airtime. But yeah. Oh, Craig's joining us now.
I think Harry's going to join as well. He said.
I think. Oh, did he? I didn't see that. Craig, how's it going?
Oh, good. Thanks for having me on.
No worries. Always a pleasure. So guys, those of you who are watching, if you're not subscribed to Craig, make sure you go and show Craig the love. He's not quite as sexy at the moment because he's not got his hair isn't quite as voluminous as it normally is. Is that even a word?
It's too hot. It's too hot for that. It's too hot for that. I'm afraid for me. It's just like I just wanted to get a haircut before the next lockdown. So there you go.
Oh yeah.
All right.
That's good.
All right.
Can you hear me okay?
No,
your headphones aren't gay enough.
I don't have a microphone, that's my problem.
No, we're taking the piss. I think we can hear you.
Okay.
Your headphones aren't gay enough.
Okay, cool. I'm trying on my phone for the first time in my life.
Okay. Yeah, for the first month ever, I've run out of mobile data, but I'm glad it comes back on. I think it comes back in like 2 days, so I'm glad. It's the first time I've ever run out of mobile data. It was all that grinder action in Estonia,
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
Meeting your father who wasn't your father.
I've just done some big review beers, big view beers reviews.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, a couple from Aldi.
Ah, okay. Yeah, look, I need to try
again.
I've just done these things.
Oh, nice. Hop till you drop and the hop stepper. Which brewery is that?
A non-existent brewery, probably the Hop Foundry, which is you go into it and it's like especially produced for Aldi stores. So when you go onto Untappd, just Aldi UK. So I have no idea, just Aldi. But there must be a brewery that's subcontracted. I mean, this Hop Foundry doesn't exist. Otherwise, Untappd would have it listed, I'd assume.
No, it seems it's like one of these ones that's like a sort of brand that's brewed. Yeah,
it's like a made-up brewery name type thing, and I don't know who actually brews it, but it's like £1.49 for a 440ml can. So you kind of got an idea. You shouldn't have an idea straight away, but
I'd rather have a Rhino.
You and I said that in the review. I said you go and pick 4 cans of 500ml for $2.99. And I done that today. I've got 8 cans today. So.
It's something I loosely touched upon in a review I did today was basically that I'd rather pay, say, like $4.50, $5.50, $6.50 on a beer, knowing that it's going to be good, than pay 350 whatever in a supermarket, say Tesco's or something like that, on something which I don't really know if it's going to be good. But then again, at the same time, I'd also rather pay, go in a 4 for 6, because the beers that are in a 4 for 6 tend to be quite steady and quite sessionable and easy, happy days kind of thing. Even now with Faith and things in the 8 for 9 deals, those tend to be very much affordable. But the ones that are in the middle, just top end supermarket beers, just like they can be so hit and miss. Well, I find anyway, the ones I see.
They always have been, I think.
I'd rather have COVID.
All of their... Jesus.
Yeah,
I'd rather have
I've
COVID.
heard that's fun. I'd rather have a 4-pack a day. My lad.
Well, yeah, I mean...
4-pack of COVID.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
How dear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aldi.
Aldi the car.
Aldi, those cars.
Aldi the fucking car.
Aldi.
But you're on the
Energy.
Equilibrium.
Fucking this Ponty fucking shite.
Was that was it like 10 quid a can, was it?
£10.
£10. I looked at it from Bottles and Books and I didn't buy it in the end. I looked at it again today and I was like, no, I got the other half coming in. It's fine.
What is it? Was that is that one of the Alpha Deltas?
No, it's Equilibrium out of the States.
Equilibrium.
Okay.
Only fucking Equilibrium, isn't it?
There's been quite a big batch to them.
It's a good beer. It's a good Equilibrium. Sorry, Craig.
No, I looked at a few. I was gonna swipe a few, and I was like, the price point put me off a little bit. But then,
yeah,
I mean, they're probably amazing. But then I thought, I could be.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've been supporting the local bottle shops and local breweries a lot during lockdown, and now we come out of it, and all these places are open, and they've been absolutely heaving. It's like, so now I've gone picking up a few bits like this just to get the views and the subs and the monies and stuff. Not really, because I'm not, it's not the way I roll. But
I think it's a case of
I'm not going there on this. That was my fault. I started that. So stop.
You can go there if you want. I don't give a shit.
No. In fairness, I take the piss out of it, but I don't mean it. All that's been sorted anyway. So
As long as you don't start saying woo-wee, you're okay.
No, I have no idea what that is.
I think, Craig, I'd be inclined to agree. I think with those with those Equilibrium cans, they were like £10 each one, and then the Barrier ones, are a little bit more affordable because there's fuck tons of them has come in, and the Barrier cans are all like £6-7, maybe a little bit more, £8 each one. I've seen a few more expensive than that, but that was because they're like double IPA versions or DDH versions and stuff. But I think that I'd rather, if that's going to be like, you check it on Untappd, for example, if that's going to be like 4.2, I'd rather have 2 4s, maybe 3 4s than have 1 4.2. I just think it's just a better way. And, a couple of 4s that are local as well.
I noticed that Barry have been doing a few like Pilsners, and it's like, I'd love to try it because I've been really into my lagers. I think it's just, I don't know, it's probably the time of year, the heat, the last few weeks. I've been trying out a lot of lagers, and I've actually been, I reviewed a couple earlier. I reviewed the Goose Island lager thing earlier, and the Brew Gooder Clearwater lager, which I thought that was okay for what it is. That's a good cause. I've been doing a lot of them sort of things. But yeah, I don't really want to be paying almost £6 for a Pilsner. It's like, I mean, because you're going to be disappointed. You think I've just paid £6 for a Pilsner, and
I set my limit on Pilsners at 350. That's I will not go higher than that.
Yeah, I mean,
and probably
a Pilsner from America. It's like,
Did you see that black lager from Roden?
Yeah, I thought about it,
About it.
and I thought not.
It was like done as like a old style kind of like a lager can, wasn't it? The font on it.
Mm.
I
Yeah,
think I'd rather pay some money for Utopian lagers than a black lager from Verdant.
yeah. I'd love to actually get hold of some Utopian beer.
They're good. I had a couple. I've still got 2 left, but they're really good.
Yeah, they had a lot of good stuff. I think I got a lager from Boutiliers randomly.
Yeah, I saw that on your order spreadsheet.
Yeah. I was like, it's either going to be 12 beers. Or, the thing is, when I have to order so many is to get over the free postage. And because I went with quite a lot of cheaper stuff, just, more fun to review sort of thing, because Tash and I are going to start doing some reviews again. So, yeah, just wanted to get something that would appeal to both of us a little bit more. Yeah.
I done a beer merchant's order yesterday. I'm getting the garage box for Thursday coming.
Yeah.
And then
I looked at that, yeah.
And also got a load of German Helles and the like Pilsners and stuff coming as well. So I mean, I got money off the garage beer thing, and then I was given a code, so I threw that on there. So I bumped it up to just over 50 quid, so I get free postage as well. So that'll be coming probably tomorrow. So I've got a load of Belgian classics.
It's going to come. It's going to come.
Load of German classic beers that I've never had before for some bizarre reason. So while we got the weather and stuff, Anyway, I'll shut up.
No, it's good. It's good.
Jimmy,
I need to get some more German beers. I think I need to. I want to. I mean, I've been talking with my dad about doing a wee trip to, doing the 3 cities. Going to Dortmund and doing going to the Kihoskh and then Dusseldorf for the Alt beer. So my dad saying, "Oh, I want to go back to Germany." I was like, "Well, let's do that then, or let's go to Austria." So might do another little trip there soon. See.
Jim, you should crack one of those beers from what you're boxing.
No, these are review beers, man. I try not to drink beer outside of the reviews and the videos for the channel now, because it's like I've ended up the last few months I've ended up with so much stuff, and it's
and
just
today as well.
Oh, yeah, that's it. I mean, it was actually to be in Estonia, to be honest. It was quite nice because I actually managed to have like 3 or 4 days without drinking something. And
there's a couple of them beers I was quite envious of. The first beer that Koala brewed and the Madeira and barrel aged beer.
Oh yeah,
but that's gonna be epic, I think.
Yeah, no, I'm curious about some of these, but it's quite nice because these will last quite a few. There's a couple in there that I need to get done. I've actually filmed maybe 5 or 6 reviews in my friend's house, like a couple of Puyalas, one from Puaste and then one from another very small brewery who were the first. They were the first Estonian craft brewery. They're called Pitla Öllekuk or something like that. So it's basically the Pitla Beer Kitchen, and it's a sati. So I need to upload. That, and I need to upload that and see how they see how that comes out. But I had a few other small brewery beers, but I had to leave. I didn't have enough space in that little case, so I had to leave them with my friends. So I just said, "All right, just have those as a present, but can you send me I forgot to take a picture of them, but I said, like, can you take a picture of them so that I remember to buy those the next time I come to Estonia again, because they were from very small breweries that I think it would have been quite cool to have, but maybe, I don't know, hopefully there is actually a thing that I can show you guys as well. There's Estonian Craft Beer Club, and they do actually send the beers outside of Estonia. It's €40, and they send you between 9 and 12 Estonian craft beers, but they add on more for postage. So I need to look into that and see how much it is. But I think 9 to 12 beers a month are Estonian. That might be pushing it a bit in terms of how many videos I actually make. So, but for someone who's in like Latvia or Lithuania or Estonia or something, I think or Finland even, maybe is quite a good deal. I think if you're just buying beer generally, because you just want to, if you're not, obviously for us, we want like a variety. If you're just like a beer drinker, I think that's a pretty solid, solid deal. Yeah. So,
has anyone seen this Beer Republic thing with their like £15 for like 12 beer offer, and it's just like pretty decent beers or relatively decent beers?
I've seen adverts, but I never actually clicked on it. I was like,
Yeah, I haven't clicked on it. I've just seen the beers offered in the first packages, like Siren Lumina. There's a couple of decent lagers in there. There's like some Utopian beers in there. Well, one Utopian lager in there. And I've thought about pressing the go button on it, and because it's £15 for the first month, and you get 12 beers, which I just thought, that's a good deal for the first month, and sack it off afterwards. Do the standard beer 52 thing. But yeah, no, it just looks like a solid box. And I'm thinking, because I'm getting the Gonzo box now, I'm thinking I might bin beer 52 off to an extent, because quite a few months were good, and then
I've
last box was a bit.
Yeah, I've stopped beer 52 about 2 months ago. So.
Did you get the Dutch box?
Sorry?
I also to Harry, did you get the Dutch box? And yourself, Ken? Craig, sorry.
I didn't know. No, I'd already had a Dutch box probably beginning of last year from them.
Mm.
There was a few. There was a few beers that have popped up again in the same box.
Yeah, that pissed me off.
It's interesting. I was just going to say it's interesting to talk about Beer 52, because when I was actually doing my interview thing at Puasta, I spoke to the dude who is like their main sales guy, and he asked me, he's like, "Oh, you're from Scotland and Sweden. Do you know any salespeople over there?" And I was like, "Well, I'm afraid not. I've not really lived in Scotland for like 6 years now." And I said to him, the only thing I can think of, I know individual shops, but the only thing I can think of is Beer 52. And they were like, "Oh," and I said, "All right." And I was like, and I said, "Oh, have you had bad experiences with them?" He was like, "Yeah, they don't really want to pay very much for anything."
Yeah.
So I actually,
it's profits, isn't it? At the end of the day, it's,
yeah.
They got enough bloody subscribers. But then they want to keep the price point down for what they buy, and then throw it onto the subscription box, so they get the.
Yeah, sometimes it really shows as well. Sometimes it really shows, but I think a lot of the time it really shows. But then sometimes you get like the odd gem because a brewery's just like overproduced some beer or something. Like I think that Kiss that's in the box from Tiny Rebel, I think they just went mad on that, on brewing that, and then there's loads of that now in everywhere pretty much. I don't think that beer sold particularly well.
Yeah, sometimes Beer 52 make mistakes and you get a good beer.
Yeah. So. Like they did with that Imperial Pump Up the Jam, which I didn't buy. Like it's like one of my favourite beers that I would normally buy, but then just didn't, thank God.
I've got a few more comments from Rob. As good as the Equilibrium beers are, you can get a comparable UK beer for much less. I think that's the same with anywhere. I mean, we can get over here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's the same for me. Like I can get I was talking with Riku. I don't know if Riku will still be watching, but Riku was getting some Trillium Treehouse, I think it was. And I'm just like, yeah, you'll pay a ton for that. But for example, I can get Gamma Dry and Bitter. Or I can get like Stigbergets, some of these things, and these are definitely like just as good quality. and they're probably better actually in terms of freshness and things too. So I think it's. I mean, I take comfort in that you can get like just as when you try these American ones, I don't really feel blown away by them because they mainly because I think the quality of stuff that we have is so good. Really, I think we're very lucky in the quality we have. But it's like to me it's like a comfort. It's like a comfort to try these American ones and see what they're like, and then you're just like, oh yeah, these are, the Gamma, the Gammas, the Stigbergets, the Cloudwaters, the Verdants, Deas, and all of this. These are just as good as what you're getting in the States. So
the bridge has been the gap has been bridged over the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah,
I'll say
I mean,
European breweries and American hyped breweries, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, even for example, like when I had, I think I reviewed this brewery, Zagobor. I don't know if you guys have had anything from these guys yet. I can't remember. But these guys are, these guys are from Moscow. And my landlord, one of my landlords, she went to Moscow and brought me back like Zagofor, AF, and Stam. So I think that was before. Just after she brought me those, this was when they actually started bringing these beers in. Systembolaget brought a few of these into Sweden. These guys, I think that's really cool that you can go to Russia and you've got New England IPAs. I honestly think these are as good as the Gammas, the Stigbergets, the Deas, and stuff like that. I've not had the new Deas right enough. They had a bunch of those when I was in Kihoskh the other day, and I didn't buy them because I was like, well, I wanted the Danish beers and I had so much. Maybe I'll get some later. But I think this brewery with their New England IPAs, these guys are just as good as the Stigbergets and these kind of things.
I'd be intrigued by that. I'm intrigued by the is it AF out of Moscow? I'm quite intrigued by them.
They're good. Yeah, I've had a couple of things from them. They're very, very good, actually.
I've had some, well, mainly from you and maybe one or two others that there's one or two websites that ship to the UK that with them on it. I'm like, still gets back to the whole kind of lot of British breweries are producing some great stuff, and there's a few sort of British breweries I want to try some stuff from. Might do like an order from the actual breweries themselves, and so just to give them a whirl kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I'd like to find. There's a lot of breweries I liked, certainly during lockdown, that I've heard some good stuff about, and there's not been many reviews of them and stuff. And so I'm like, so I'm edging from doing the local supporting bars and breweries to now it's all open up. It allows me to. I feel a bit consciously better about doing that now.
It's all about as well. Like you've only got so much money, haven't you? You can only spend your money. You want to spend your money in the right way.
Yeah.
You don't want to
Yeah, I mean, during lockdown and just after, that's what I've been doing locally. So I was very reluctant of going on the old websites and buying loads of stuff.
But you might not like.
Oh, I mean, I'd like it, but it's just I felt a little bit. I mean, I want to just keep my money local, just for that period.
Yeah, but with like even like not even European breweries, you get into like a rhythm of just buying beers like that you're used to, and
Same
like
route, yeah, I get that absolutely.
Yeah.
And I was doing that
Like
with like Colonel and Verdant during lockdown, and this year Daya, I've just like fucking been a glut of Daya, and it's like for where I live, before March, it just wouldn't happen. You know, and this year I've probably had like a dozen beers from Daya. It's like bonkers.
Cotton onto the hype.
Well, no, it's just availability locally. But I mean, whether it's going to last or not, we'll find out, I guess. But
We've really struggled getting hold of Daya, considering our proximity to the brewery. It's just like nothing available for the past like 3 weeks until this week, where we could get one beer from them. That was it. because they don't let you go direct at all. They're not doing direct at all to anyone. So you have to buy through wholesaler. So I reckon whoever you're buying from, I don't know what wholesaler they're using, but it's probably like, I don't know. Is it? Have you managed to get any hold of any of the SGs? Because we haven't.
There was one the Little Swift got a couple of weeks ago. I need to check it out. I can't remember the name of it. It was one of their double IPAs they had. That was 2 weeks ago. I can't remember what it's called.
When I went to the tap room to buy some beers the other day,
yeah,
unpopular opinion, but they weren't as good as I remember them.
No?
Yeah,
I
really?
don't know. I've known their beers for a few months, but I had, well, I can't remember what I had now, but they didn't seem as good as I remember them.
Weirdly, I've just had to drain pour a steady. I just cracked it open. I've just had break me into bigger pieces, and then I tried pouring that. I was like, this tastes weird. And I've just had to drain pour the whole thing. It just was not tasting good. And it is a little bit old, but it's about 2 months old, but it was tasting shit. Never had to do that before. But break me into bigger pieces tasting fantastic.
The one I could have got locally a couple of weeks ago was Back to Earth double IPA.
Yeah, I forget that one. Yeah.
That was the. I mean, it's probably going to be sold out now, but I'm hoping to go. I'm hoping because this week I've got like a bit of me time on my hands because they've gone up to London till Sunday. So
that's where we're going.
I've just been ravaging the reviews and just doing what I want really.
Happy days.
Yeah, for a change, and I might go into a pub this week.
Going to a really shit pub and then just have like a major session, record all of it, and have a fight.
Not really. I don't really want to go into a shit pub.
Get down to a balance again.
Nah. I don't like drinking out in the sun either, and a lot of bars like that. It's outside. It's like I will get hammered drinking in the sun and then loads of sunburn. Thanks. Yeah. I'd rather just drink it. You know. I've never been a sunshine drinker, if that makes sense. Absolutely wankered on about a pint and a half.
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it?
You get a headache, don't you, in the sun too easily? I find, anyway.
Just get burned. Just fucking bollocks.
As soon as
Rob's saying he had some Augustiner pills and Keller pills on Kern. I need to try the Kernel pills. I've heard that that's good. And he's also said that he also said Verdant Black Lager, and he says they know what they're talking about.
The Kernel pills, is it Ella pills? I can't remember now. I know they had one a few weeks ago come out.
Is Ella Australian? Is it Australian hop?
I think so.
I've
heard of it, of course, but yeah, I've never had a pilsner from the Kernel. It's always been hoppy stuff, stout stuff. I've never had a lager. And obviously, go to these beer the saisons I've had this year. I've still got one I've still got a Foder beer in the fridge as well. I think a Mosaic Foder.
What's wrong with Rob? Is it Rob popping on or not?
I'm not sure. I thought he was. Was he not saying he was buying a car today or something?
Twat.
Yeah, it's probably a bit late for him, I guess.
Yeah. Oh man.
Are you still buying a what's it called? You said you want to buy a car? Verdant. Verdant. Yeah, one of their cans once.
Well, Hilux.
Hilux, yeah.
That's what I hope to get. Yeah. the one I saw on Saturday night, the price went from $4,000 when I was looking at it to $9,000 as soon as I went there, and then it sold for like I think 11, something like that, and it was basically gone by Sunday morning, just because it was it's a fucking V8 6.2 litre. I knew essentially that I'd be guzzling fuel all the time whilst I was driving it, but it just sounded wonderful. Just the sound of it, just turning that key was beautiful. But
I think
as I said,
I think Rob's buying an Audi.
Your wallet will be.
If it's good enough for ISIS, it's good enough for me on the Hilux.
Well, you need to buy an Opel because some of those are made in Belgium. You know.
Belgium
Car.
Belgium car.
A Belgian Bruma.
I'm all about that. I'm either going to get a Hilux or an L200. L200s are just a bit cheaper, but Hilux is just fucking they're the best. And I'll put a fridge in the back of it, and then I can have some cold Camden Hells.
The best kind.
It's better than the fucking hot ones.
Camden Hells is actually okay.
It's not bad.
I've had it on draft in a shitty pub, and it was actually tasting all right.
Yeah. It's not nice hot. It's not nice when it's hot. I can just guarantee that.
What lager is though? I've never had a hot
lager
Augustina before, so
probably better than that.
Lager soup.
Augustina toddy.
yeah.
It was not enjoyable having that hot Camden earlier. It was just like because I turned the fridge on in the car like half an hour before I left work, and I was like, it was because it had been sitting in the fridge all day. It just got so hot, and because it wasn't on, and then it was
You should get. Can you get a separate like battery powered cooling system for it?
I'd just get a new car, basically. Just get a Hilux and a new car.
Or just
for the beers. Get a Hilux for the beers.
Or put the beers in your cooling place.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a beer in the fridge at work. That's going to be the plan. Yeah, just fill it full of a case of Camden and just be like, there we are.
Just drink a 6-pack on the way home.
Or you could just get the Hilux, the cans of Camden, and the Lobberman people.
I mean, I could do. That'll be a waste. But,
of what?
Yeah. A Camden.
Absolutely.
It's all right. Like I've got wonderful memories. I said in the UK CBF group last night. Got wonderful memories of drinking.
You still in there?
Camden. No, the other UK CBF group.
I have no idea. Oh, that one.
that one.
Yeah.
Of wonderful memories of drinking Camden Hell's Wit and Pale because someone else paid for a 24-pack of it. Yeah.
It's good. Yeah. It's good value when it's free.
It is. It's good value when it's even in Tesco for Sainsbury's. That off the menu IPA, I think it is. I quite like that one.
Yeah, I've had a couple of. I was going to review it, and I've had two so far, and I was like, I'll get another one. And it's one of them. I'll just get another one. So I've had two so far, meaning to review, and then just drunk them.
Yeah, it's better than the Foster's.
I mean, is it though? Foster's is king, mate. Foster's is king. It's almost as good as Tennant's.
I was trying to find Foster's Ice over the weekend.
Who are they owned by now? Camden?
InBev, yeah, because the box got sent from Beerhawk.
Oh, is it actually maybe InBev, or I thought it might?
Yeah. No, it's definitely InBev.
I think is it Carlsberg that is owned by fucking beer. I can't remember.
It's Heineken owns Beavertown.
Beavertown.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. I don't keep up with such stuff.
Hmm.
I was going to say,
Sorry, go.
with my comment the other day,
What comment?
real ale craft beer. That I should get a I should get a free hamper. A free beer hamper for the best comment of the night.
Yeah. I'm just calling him a dick all night. I don't respect you as a reviewer or something like that.
No. You said about Real. Real should have a craft brewery. And I said, if Real had a craft brewery, that it should be called Real Ale Craft Beer.
Yeah, that was good.
I was thinking,
It was not good.
I should get a beer hamper.
That ain't very good comment.
I should get a beer hamper for that. No.
Nah. All you're gonna get is a load of like torps with like fucking Peroni and stuff like that. So cheers. Be great for Christmas.
What's Harry smoking?
Shisha.
How is that? I've got a can in the fridge.
Nice.
It's nice. It's
Rain
nice enough.
Shadow. Rain. Oh wait, is the regular
Storm.
one called Storm Shadow?
Yeah, it's a blend, isn't it? It's a
I don't know,
blend.
just cracked it open.
Yeah, it's a blend with Rain Shadow and what's the other beer they did? Very similar. It's actually a blend. I don't know. I thought,
It says
we're not sure how
a
this
brooding.
we'll throw it in the supermarket.
Yeah, a brooding heavyweight stout, crammed with intense deep throat roast specialty malts.
Yeah, thought so.
Yeah. Mm.
Sounds like
Some deep throat action there.
sounds like a Cardi B song.
Deep throat roasty action.
Sorry, James.
That's
for
fine.
ruining your channel.
James loves deep throat. Let's be honest.
I don't
Thomas
actually.
is there.
I just prefer a bit of a straight up bum. I'm a bit vanilla that way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've shaved my hair. You're out of luck.
Yeah, no,
No.
yeah.
Not a fan of A2M. No.
No, just
Is Thomas there?
Thomas was on his date last. He's away getting a little bit of vag tonight, not instead of a bum. He's allowed both though. It's fine.
He's a good lad, Tom.
Is he?
I like Thomas. Yeah.
Thomas is. It'd be great to meet up with him one day. That'd be proper epic.
Yeah, I'm
Tom's
going to see
greedy,
him.
but he's greedy, but he's a good lad.
No, he's
Yeah.
a nice guy. I've got a lot of time for him. He's really cool.
Yeah.
He's really good to earth. And his
Yeah.
English is better than mine. So
Yeah.
I'm going to go and see him and the other Dutch guys in October.
You're gonna
So-
see him, are you?
that'd be awesome, man.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Mate. That'd be a great bombshell. I mean, I hope things stay kind of stable. It's like at the moment, it's like how long's a piece of string and what's going to happen. It's just,
It's about 8 inches. 8 inches.
1
I'm
inch.
not,
8 inches. If it's 8 inches, better than a bowling hand.
but no, it's that'd be a great bombshell. I mean,
Yeah.
we can get to the Netherlands fairly easy on the old train. So it's like in the future when things ever get back to normal, that could be an epic kind of few days.
Yes. Piss up on the Channel Tunnel. Forget our
Well,
passports.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, just go to the Netherlands for a few days. That'd be great.
Oh, yeah.
We'll all be fucking canes. We'll be fucking.
We-
Mr.
we'd be-
File, come Mr. Foyle comes out on the fucking.
You're right. You'll be absolutely smashed by the time we meet anyone.
And Mr. Paper.
I got to shoot off, guys. My phone's just died.
I was just going to. No worries, Harry. But I'm excited to meet. I'm excited to meet Danny Kane's Belgian cousin at some point.
And Mr. Paper.
Mr. Paper.
Mr. Paper.
Turn up.
Oh dear, Mr. Paper. Yeah. Oh dear. I love that. What's the other Kane called again? Is it Barry Kane and Danny Kane? Yeah.
Barry fucking Kane.
Barry.
It's going to get another beer.
No worries. I think what I might do, I might stop the stream in like 10 minutes, and then because it's coming up 12:30, I might stop it in like 10 minutes. Then we can just have an offline chat after that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Just going to get another Riney.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Is it 12:30 where you are then, James?
It's 20 past, so I'm an hour ahead. I'll probably still be up for like another hour because I was another hour ahead in Estonia. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to go. Was the food good there? Was the food quite nice there as well?
The Estonian food's mainly like meat and potatoes, basically.
Is it?
The food is nice. I like it, but it's not anything. It's not. I mean, it's not like the kind of northern.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's not Estonian food's not like, Italian or Japanese or something like that. It's nothing like that. It's
big land.
Estonian food is like there's dumplings. There's a few. I had a couple of nice desserts. Actually, it was Kala or something. It was called.
I would like to taste borscht. Like the beetroot soup.
Borscht, I think, is more Russian and Ukrainian, I think, rather than Estonian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think that was okay.
Yeah, they had Salanka as the other thing that was on the menus quite a lot there. It's like some kind of sweet and sour soup thing.
I like sauerkraut.
Rheinbacher. Still need to try that. Yeah,
it's good for what it is. It's decent.
Is that the Lidl's beer or?
Yeah, Audi.
That's it. Yeah.
4.5%, 500ml can. A pack of 4 is $2.99, which is fucking. For this.
So 60p a can. Less than.
Yeah, well, I'm no good at maths, but yeah, it's cheap as chips for what you're getting and the quality of the actual beer.
23p a can.
Well, it's more than that, isn't it?
No, less. Sorry. 118.
No. Yeah. 133, something like that. 133.5, or 132.5. I don't know. 130ish a can, so or a few pence. So, which is, it's not even that. It's less than that. It's less than that.
How much is it for a 4-pack?
$2.99 for a 4-pack. So 4 cans.
So that's like 75.
£3.
So it's under a quid. So
74.5.
125.
So 74. Yeah. So 75p a can.
Yeah, 74.75 if you want to be.
Yeah, which is cheap. It's just ridiculous. It's just. I've had two 4-packs just before weekend and over weekend. I've got another 2 4-packs today, literally this evening, They've been in the fridge for about 4 hours and suit me.
Is it better than it's much better than a Foster's? Oh.
Oh, yeah. It's just, well, it's German for a start, so it's one of them kind of things. I mean, it's not going to be. It's not as good as an Augustina, which is obvious, which is normal. But then, if you're on a budget and you like your pilsners, just get on this stuff. This is absolutely, for the price, it's cracking. It's one of them little gems you find now and again. It's my go-to lager in the summer months.
I do enjoy. I enjoy Pilsner Urquell as well. I do like a Pilsner Urquell.
Yeah, the bottle I had was skunk to hell, and but it didn't. It's one of them ones. It's in a green bottle. Not green. Is it a green bottle? I'm thinking of something else. I can't remember now. I done a review of it. It was terrible.
Oh, right.
I was going, how can you say that's one of the best pilsners in the world? So, this bottle, mate. This bottle's shit. So
yeah. Yeah, no, I think we get it in cans. I think it's actually it's better to get the Pilsner Urquell in cans, I think.
Yeah.
Have you seen the?
Sorry.
I saw online Weihenstephaner in cans now.
They've got Frukulchen cans here now. Actually, I've not seen the Weihenstephaner, but I've seen Paulaner and I've seen Frukulchen cans. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got the Paulaner Helles coming in a bottle, which I've never reviewed before. So I've got about 8 or 9 German Helles lagers coming.
I can't remember what Paulaners I've reviewed actually. Let me have a little look. Paulaner.
You'd never think you'd see Weihenstephaner in, or what was it?
Weihenstephaner. I've reviewed it. I've never had it in a can though. I haven't got that coming. I've got the Paulaner Munich Helles lager coming in a bottle. I can't remember exactly what I've got. I've got an Augustina coming, but not the Helles because I've already had review. It's a great beer, of course, but I need to check my email.
Schneiderweiss.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that they've been doing cans as well. Actually, it's kind of an interesting transition for Germany, I think.
I've got the Paulaner Radler coming in a can. They got Radler coming, so I've got one of them. I've got the Paulaner Munich Hell Lager. Hacker Porsche Munich Keller beer.
Oh yeah, the Hacker Shore. Yeah, those will be Hacker Shore. Yeah, Hacker Shore.
I've got their Vice Hell coming.
I need to review more from them actually. I've only ever had one of theirs. Yeah.
I've got the Hacker Munich Gold as well. And
that's good. That's a nice one.
And they're all like classic kind of, German sort of type pale lagers, but I've never had them before, which is a travesty. So I've sorted it out, and I've got the Augustina I can't even pronounce it. Edelstoft.
Edelstoff, yeah. I think that's more of like a slightly that one, if I remember rightly, is more like a Dortmunder Helles, if I remember right. It's a little bit more of a hoppy. Yeah. If I'm remembering the sort of style definitions rightly, like a Dortmunder Helles is traditionally a little bit more hoppy than the Munich Helles, which is a bit more kind of bready and smooth. Yeah.
I've not had too many Dortmunder Helles beers. I think I had one when I was in the era 2 or 3 years ago, whenever it was.
Yeah, the big one is DAB, and we're getting that in cans here actually now as well. And yeah. So I might see about getting a can of that to review.
But yeah, I'm getting more into the old lagers. It's probably just a time of year thing. Time of the year thing. But yeah, it's but it's stuff that I really should be. Oh, and the slag pills, of course. It's going to be epic. But that and the garage beer box for Thursday night with the old Instagram live thing.
Garage.
Wow.
Yeah, it's 35 quid for 8 cans.
Is that from Barcelona?
Yeah, the garage. Yeah, that garage. Yeah.
How'd you get that? Is that to their own?
No, it's on beer merchants. It's part of craft beer channel tasting on Thursday. Johnny.
Okay.
They put together a box and it was like 10% off, and then I ended up getting. So I can't remember how many items. Literally I got a discount code, and I threw that on top of the 10% off as well.
Nice. Bloody hell.
So I ended up getting a load of German lagers and that box of garage beers for just literally over 50 quid.
Bloody hell.
Free delivery as well.
That's right, then. Bloody hell. That's good. That's really good.
Yeah, so I mean, that's the second time I've taken a decent kind of few discounts and stuff in the last couple of years from them, and really ramped it. So, but yeah, with free.
Have you tried many garage beers before? You've had a few, you know?
Yeah, I've had the everyone knows their soup in a red can.
Yeah.
I've never reviewed it, so I've had it on beer festivals a couple of times, or once.
Yeah.
That was really good. My local, the Ravensgate, have had it in a few times, but it was a little bit, price-wise, was a bit. So I never ended up buying a can, doing a review, but yeah. So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to that. I'm going to be on a Zoom hangout with some mates. We're going to stream it on Zoom. One of my mates has got like a premium account on Zoom, so it won't cut out after 40 minutes. So that'd be cool. I don't know why he's doing it on Instagram though. I don't know why he doesn't do it on his YouTube channel, because after an hour on Instagram, you have to start a new bloody stream. So I never get that. He done it with the on Apollo thing back in June or whenever it was. So what are you doing on Instagram for? Because you can do an hour and then
it's silly. Yeah.
I don't when you've got your YouTube channel, you may as well just do it on that, you know, and then people can drink along if they don't get the box in time or whatever. I know. Yeah,
it's good to like delay, maybe like diversify.
Yeah, but at least on YouTube you can watch it back. On Instagram Live you can't. You just can't. You can't watch it back. It's just unless you're watching, that's it. You're done. You're done.
Yeah.
So I don't get it.
Well, it doesn't. You can't make money. Well, you can't make money on Instagram either.
Well, no, I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think they're too worried about that. But,
yeah, I think they don't give a shit. Yeah.
Actually, I just think it's more of a strange choice of live stream. Just a bit weird.
Yeah, I've never tried the Instagram live thing, so see. But
I've never been on it before.
I've never done it.
I might do it one day.
I think like Instagram's probably a bit more for the more people like the niche kind of people. I don't know.
Well,
probably not. I don't know.
It's certainly for something, but
it's definitely for something. Yeah.
That's why I'm on there.
Hoppy floppy.
Hoppy floppy.
What's that?
Yeah, but I think guys. I guess what we'll do here, not anything to do with Hoppy Floppy related, but I think it's just after 12 for me now, so I think we'll probably end this just a little bit of an offline chat for a wee while. But guys, those of you who've watched, I hope you enjoyed the kind of I think it was epic level unboxing this thing. It was good fun. I'm sad that my Rauch beer died. I don't know what it is about smoke beers that they seem to just get killed in the case. But yeah,
you saved a bit of time there, so you know that's the way you got it.
Yeah, I was a bit. It's just weird. It is actually weird that the two beers that I've lost. One of them was a Rauch beer from Genstaller, and now this one was a Rauch Doppelbock from a wee random Estonian brewery. So I don't know what it is. Maybe smoke beers just don't like traveling. Who knows?
You'll never forget it.
Right. Okay. Right, guys. Well, on that note, we're going to end the broadcast. Thank you to Craig for joining us. Thank you to Rory as well, or Hoppy Flopsy, as his name is now. And thank you to Harry that was with us earlier on. So for those of you guys that are watching, do make sure you go and subscribe to Craig and to Harry. Show them some love. And we'll end the broadcast there. Thanks, guys. Catch you all very soon. Cheers.
Bye. Take care.
Cheers.
Keep safe.